good, Sam.
Hello, everyone.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone. We were just talking backstage. So, hey, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Z Talks, episode 52. I hope you're all doing well, and thank you to, firstly, brand new guest to Z Talks. That is Del Boy. How you doing, Del Boy?
All the better for seeing you, young man. Thank you so much for allowing me here.
Yeah, of course. Well, I wanted to collab for a little while because I've seen you through like Pete streams and obviously like Nige subscribe mails and stuff recently. So it's great to have you on the channel for the first time, and thank you for taking the time to do this as well.
No, absolutely brilliant. Really excited actually for it. You know, talking to some lovely friends, and of course I love the chatters anyway. I go to quite a few of these streams. I go to yours. Love chatting. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely just a highlight of the week and a little bit of a break from the normality of what's going on, really. So
Yeah,
absolutely. And how's the legend, Mr. Mortal Kombat Scott, today?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me back on. Appreciate it as always. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Always a pleasure to have you. And before we go further, Scott, how was your birthday?
It was really good, thank you. Yeah, I had a fantastic day, and obviously had that birthday last Sunday, which was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, excellent, man.
Fantastic, mate. Glad you had a good one as well. And yeah, great to see you again on the stream, mate. Thanks for joining.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we've got DJ Sammy G in the house. How you doing, Sammy?
I'm not too bad, mate. I mean, I was going to say summer weather-wise could be better, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say July. That's got to be the worst July we've had in a long time. So we're hoping for a better August.
Yeah. Who knows at this point, to be honest? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in a way, it's not all been bad though, Mike. It gives me a chance to catch up on more films and that. So yeah, that's really good. And obviously, I say I'm obviously like back in Berwick for a week, and I'm probably going to go to Edinburgh at some point and Stirling next week. So I'm real excited for that.
Awesome, mate. That would be awesome. And while you're there, you might as well. So don't blame you.
Yeah, a couple of really good record shops as well there, Mike. And one in Stirling called Europa Music, which is awesome.
Yeah, nice, mate. Well, look forward to seeing your pickups because no doubt you'll find something to pick up there. So that'll be awesome. Well, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. And Sam's right to hit the bed once he's finished this stream. So he's easing into his bedtime tonight. We've also got a legend in the back, and here he is. It's Pete.
Hey everyone. Hey Del Boy, great to see you here as well.
All the better to see you, man. Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, great. Sam's already in bed. What?
Yes.
Oh wow. And
so,
where's Nige?
Yeah.
And well, about to introduce him in a second if he's there. But yeah, Pete, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for inviting me on tonight, Mike. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be another fun night.
Yeah, always welcome, mate. And it's great to have you here as well, Pete. So thanks for joining, mate. And
no worries.
And finally, if he's hanging in the wings somewhere, we've got Nige from Rockgod 2004. If he's
Hey!
That scares me every time. I tell you, Jesus.
That is the first time I've been able to get a fucking word in. I'm sat in the wings that come on, and these two fuckers, they're breathing out their assholes. So I'm just sat drinking my beer and munching me crisps.
Oh, what sort of crisps are you munching on?
It's the first chance I've had to see even that.
I know.
Yes. Well, hello, Nigel.
Yes.
Hello, Scott, you sexy bastard.
And how you doing, Nige?
I'm not so bad, mate. How are you?
I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Thank you, firstly, for joining. Appreciate it as always.
Thanks for having us on. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're always welcome, Nige. So, firstly, I just want to say to anyone who's watching live or after the fact, the links to Del Boy, Scott, Nige, and Pete's channels are down below in the description box. So go subscribe to them. Go show them some love. Sam's link to his Instagram is down below as well because he doesn't do YouTube, but Instagram link's down there as well. Firstly, Scott, who have you got in your live stream tomorrow night?
I've got Mike Fonte, Shizzle, and Ian Hill from Ian Hill Ramblings joining us tonight, so it should be a really fun time.
Fantastic, mate. That'll be a fun one. And is it 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. So please go over and go sub to Scott's channel and go support his live stream. Usually you'll see Nigel on there as well weekly, and usually Pete and Andy as well. So you'll see those handsome fellas then again tomorrow as well. So
Can't argue with that.
Why, thank you, Mike.
No, indeed. Thank you, Mike.
Well,
appreciate that.
Hey, you're welcome. Well, we've got part-time Paul Dark. We've got Warren Bell End over there, and then we've got no one else with subtitles. Yeah,
they still keep coming up. I can't get it down. Oh.
It's going to be a spicy Thursday. Everyone, so buckle up. But yeah,
it is, because these are actually jalapeno and nacho cheese curly fries.
Oh, get in.
Very spicy.
Nacho cheese Shirley fries, did you say?
Shirley Pride?
Shirley fries. It sounded like you said Shirley fries.
Curly.
Oh, curly fries.
OR.
OR indeed.
It's like talking to a Martian, isn't it?
Oh.
That's the new face of Vosine, and it's
natural shine.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
Well, I've not long come out the shower, so I'm a bit wet. Oh.
Oh, well, hey, well, thank you guys for joining me, though, and thank you guys for watching live after the fact. So we've got quite a few comments. We'll dive into a couple of them straight away. I've got Mr. Viewer Drew in the house saying, what's up, everyone? Hey,
hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Always joined, so welcome, Drew. Thank you for your support. And we've got Danny Jukes as well. So, hey, Danny, hope you're well, mate.
All right, Danny.
Hello, Danny.
And he's saying, hey, hope you're all good. Yeah, we seem to be all okay. He says, if you could rewrite a bad film to be good, what film and how would you make it better? All right, great question to start things off. Del Boy, do you want to go first?
Oh, great. Well, other than the obvious, like, what people like talking about, such as like Star Wars, make that better, you know, because we've all got the bad ones. Let's and I could be shocking and say, Babe, pig in the city, just shoot the damn pig on stage, you know, on screen, and say, here, kids, sausages, right?
That's something very like Cannibal Holocaust of you.
Yeah, that would improve that. Let's see. I'm going to be sensible and say something like Rocky V is always my film, my lowest of the Rocky films for me to watch, and I appreciated that he went back to his roots, you know, lost all his money, but there's a number of things wrong with that film, and I think I'd rewrite a different story. Probably do one where Rocky hurt someone really bad in the ring, you know, and see how that affected him, you know, rather than just going back, you know, back to you know, where he grew up, and the kid having to battle himself, you know, because he's only used to private schools and stuff. You know, there's a lot. I think the things that were wrong with that film was the heart of it. Really, it had its place. But I'd probably do something like that. I'd attack Rocky from a different position. Like he was so bad in the ring at one point, he actually put somebody in hospital or something. They had brain damage, something, and it affected him in that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that would have been definitely an interesting take to do like a Rocky V that way, and kind of.
I love Rocky V.
I don't mind, to be fair.
What would you say then?
It's the one with the spiky hair, isn't it? Where he's more like a glorified thug, and he keeps goading him.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn.
He wants to get him back in the ring again, and the Rocky's going, no, I'm not fighting. And he just keeps doing more and more to really like rile him.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that once or twice. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the ending of that.
I
It's what I
hated him,
said.
man. That character, the one
It's
that's
what I
supposed to be
said though. It's a different. When people start talking about Rocky, they usually say, "Love the first two. Third one was a lot of gloss. Fourth one brilliant. Fifth, that's probably the worst one, etc., etc." So I was just saying, in a way, I agree because I really like the fact that he lost all his money and he has to go up again. It's just that closes the circle. I'd have preferred it that something else happened to him, something that had never happened to him before, like all of a sudden he's faced with a different challenge, because we've had the having the baby premature and all of that sort of stuff. Going back to the roots is like an easy escape. You see what I mean? I'd have preferred the story continued rather than go round in a loop, Yeah,
I can get that. Yeah, I mean, it definitely would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they did go that route, Del Boy, to be honest. But I do like Rocky 5. I think it gets too much hate that it doesn't deserve, personally.
Yeah.
But by no means is it a fantastic movie compared to some of the others. So
at least I chose a different film than others about rewriting bad films.
Oh, fair play to you. Scott, how about yourself?
Probably Friday 13th Part 9 and just add more Jason Voorhees in the film, to be fair. Something like that off the top of my head.
Why, yeah, you oughta.
I do need to rewatch it though. I still keep meaning to rewatch it. Just haven't.
I think you pronounced Jason X wrong.
Jason X as well, because that film should not be set in space. That was one of the most ridiculous idea ever to put to film, to be honest.
That film should never have been made.
I agree. But however, it does have some really great kill scenes in it, though, to be fair. That's the only positive.
It does, but that doesn't improve the film, I'm afraid.
No,
so,
I agree.
I'm going to make a quick confession. I've only ever seen Jason Takes Manhattan and Jason X. That's the only ones I've ever seen in that franchise.
No wonder you haven't watched any more.
Yeah. Well, actually, I actually like both of those movies.
I've got to admit, I do really like Jason Takes Manhattan. It's not the best one, but I've definitely got a soft spot for it. I love it.
Even though they're on the boat most of the movie.
Yeah. And even though it's filmed in Vancouver, not New York, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like Chrissy, when he uppercuts a man's head off, that seems funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, you can't beat the first 8 Paramount ones.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the box set because I'm gonna binge them and watch them before they bring out that TV series that they're doing. Anyways, definitely.
That's happening soon.
Yeah.
What box set are you going to get? The Scream Factory one?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm gonna have a little browse around to see what there are.
It might be a bit more expensive, but my God, it's worth it if you've got a multi-region player.
I've got my PlayStation 5. I don't know if that's multi-region or not.
Probably not.
It won't be, no.
I might get to be fair, I'll probably end up with the boring box set one.
The Paramount one. The films are still all fine and dandy. They're intact. So it's still worth getting if that's the only way you can get them. I bought that one, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, once I get them, I'll let you know.
And I'd love to know what you think of them, to be honest.
Yeah, well, what I might do is end up doing a live stream review on each one, and even get yourself and Scott and stuff and different people.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
About them. That'd be cool.
A Friday the 13th live stream. No Marvel or sci-fi allowed until it gets to Jason X. I think I've died and gone to heaven. So you can show the box set you get, and I can whip me Scream Factory one out and flash that about.
Oh
dear. Oh dear.
Pete, how about yourself? What movie would you rewrite?
I can think of quite a few of them. I can think of the recent Matrix regurgitations. That didn't need to happen, full stop. That was an awful film. The whole script in that was terrible. Thor: Love and Thunder. The whole tonal inconsistency with being funny and being serious.
Please don't tell me they called the film Matrix Regurgitations.
No, it's called Resurrection, but it feels like it's been,
Good.
it feels like it's been regurgitated out. It does, as it's a pile of
I
shite.
actually believed him for a second.
Oh,
What a title.
It might as well be.
Yeah, it feels like it was regurgitated out. It didn't make no sense whatsoever. Ugh, awful film.
I didn't hear great things about it, to be honest, so I had to skip it.
Yeah, nearly 3 hours of boredom.
Nah, no thank you. So thanks for saving me that misery, Pete. Nige, how about yourself?
Good God, where do I start?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Probably
We'll
every
be here
film
all
that
night.
everybody loves.
I'm strapping in.
I'm going to say Alien. I would make it on Earth, and I would change it from an alien to a serial killer. In present time, on this planet.
So what would you call the movie then?
The Chopper.
Illegal alien.
The Chopper, it wouldn't have an alien in it. Illegal alien, yes. Come over on a boat into the country you shouldn't be in and starts bumping them off. There you go. Del Boy agrees with my decision and he's going to co-write it with me.
I'd watch that.
Win-win.
Right.
Indeed.
I'm getting it co-wrote with me and I've got the first audience member already, see?
You do?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You do? Nige,
Do I get free cinema tickets? I'll be there if it's free.
It's free.
You'd have a shit sandwich if it was free.
No, I'll politely decline that. And I'll ask for a voucher.
You'd be too busy out there getting us sponsors, so you wouldn't be able to actually see the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't possibly give you free tickets because I'd be too busy signing autographs.
Oh, but you can sponsor a live stream, though.
But I'm sure I could slip you something.
Oh, you slip me anything if you're offering.
Oh man, well I would watch Illegal Alien. Nige, I'd be there with Scott as well. Sign me up.
Yeah.
And get on the Arrow labels and Sam will buy it in HMV the next week.
Ooh. Snazzy box set with poster and all sorts of stuff. Glossy art cards, one with me. Writer director. And co-writer.
Of course. You gotta give
and
Del
first fan.
Yeah.
Does Tim if Knockout was got in the back Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. Mortal Kombat.
That would be on the soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
It'll be number one on Spotify tomorrow.
Yes. Pressed, be on the soundtrack, pressed on Mortal Kombat green vinyl.
Oh,
I'm putting far too much thought into this, aren't I?
Sounds like it could be a real thing. When's it coming out? I want my day one copy.
It does. I'm excited.
I am as well, to be fair.
If you're watching Warner Brothers, I'll take you a bid fest because I know you're pretty big.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one. Yes. Oh, hang on, I've got to be revenge here. Oi, that's my job. That's what he said to me last night when I put the time. Hey, that's my job. So I thought you were on your break.
Yeah. How did you know I was on my break? God.
He was sat slurping his orange juice.
Yeah, that's one way. Yeah.
One thing I love, right, is like when Pete's doing his streams, right? Like I saw like last night, like I was there in the comment section, I saw like Del Boy commenting along and stuff like everyone else was. You'll get some people be like, all right, head them off now, guys, have a great stream. And I'll see the comment like 2 minutes later, be like, hi guys, I'm back. I'm here to tune in again.
Yeah.
He goes, right, I'm going to go to bed now. He gets upstairs and thinks, nah, bollocks, I'm frightened I miss out and comes back down again.
Yeah.
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 He was talking to me last night. He had work. He didn't go to bed about 10 to 2.
Yeah, I know.
10 to 2.
Oh,
Whoa.
10 to 10.
He was too busy messaging Nige about illegal alien, man. That's why.
No, we were talking like this. It wasn't any messages.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. Yeah, an hour and a half later. Well, I suppose I better go because I've got work tomorrow.
Yes. I must admit, I said this would just be a quick one. And then we had a chat, and then all of a sudden, the next time I looked at the clock, it was 10 to 2.
An hour and a half had passed.
Wow.
That's what happens when you're talking to good friends. You know what I mean? Where
Exactly.
time just doesn't make-
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's never a
To be
quick
fair,
one
me and Nigel
when you're with
looked at that
friends.
on Monday
Oh,
night.
wait.
Oh,
Especially when you're with me.
Didn't we, Nigel?
oh.
Oh,
No. Sam, how about yourself? What movie would you rewrite?
Everything about Rise of Skywalker, that's for damn sure. But I was going to say, I wanted to try and go for something a little bit different, mate. There was a film that came out 3 years ago called I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Charlie Kaufman. I love his first film, Senate Dutch, New York, I think it is. And then he did Anomalisa, which is a beautiful film. And it is based off a book, but I haven't read the book, but treating it as a source of media, I really liked the concept where there's these two people, obviously they're on their way to the house, and then they go to meet, like I think it's like the in-laws or the parents at this house, and it's and it's got a real creepy suspense in it. Pardon me, mate. Suspensefulness to it, and there's all these weird sort of illusions that goes on, and it was looking really cool. I'm thinking, yeah, we're actually getting something here. And they just don't do anything with it, and then it's just a long car journey back home for like the last hour and a half of the film, and it just becomes a bore fest. Like the film just proper dive bombs in quality after that real nosedive. It's a shame because it had such it was one of those films, Mike. I liked the idea behind it, but it was such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I've seen that movie there. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I agree.
What did you think of it, Mike?
Same as you, man. I think it had potential, but I think it didn't quite land. Not what I've revisited, to be honest.
And it felt like it could have been like a David Lynch-esque sort of film, especially what they did with like the gymnastics sort of scenes. But good like elements to it, but it was a very much of a missed opportunity, which is a great shame. But I'd still love Charlie Kaufman's other two films, and he worked with what was it, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which was in my top 10 films of all time.
good film.
Love that.
I need to watch that one.
Oh, you do, Scott.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It's a fantastic
Yeah, I've
film.
heard it's
Jim
great,
Carrey's
yeah.
really good in it. And Kate Winslet, is it?
Yeah.
Think so, yeah.
So you prefer that film over like The Truman Show, which is another strange film for Jim Carrey to do, because Eternal Mind is a sort of semi-serious film, isn't it? I mean,
Eternal Sunshine's my favourite Jim Carrey film, mate, and then Truman Show's definitely my second favourite. I absolutely love that film as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen Eternal the Mind one, but I've seen Truman Show. I love Truman Show. That's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, have you got the 4K of that, Del?
yes.
How's the 4K transfer?
Oh, it's a lovely picture. That one really is.
Good stuff.
Really quite good. But I was expecting it to be, really, when you consider the premise of the film. It's set in a sort of like a sleepy American town type thing. His life's really weird, and then you work out what the whole film's all about, which I won't ruin, even if it is 25, 30 years. So it's a good watch, and the picture is great. There's nothing really about the sound. There's nothing to improve about the sound. It's not a sound film.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Nige, The Truman Show?
No. I
I
have seen a little bit of it, and I think it was right at the end. So I do know what the ending is, and the thought of that broke me. I was like, that if that was true, that's fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend the film, mate. It is a masterpiece. Fantastic.
I haven't
It's
seen
Jamie's
He's
here.
been possessed by Jamie.
it.
Well, I was going to say, Del, I actually have got the similar accent to Jamie because I'm from Yorkshire myself.
I know you're not Jamie because you didn't say it's a masterpiece, and the only way you can improve it is put Batman in it or something. You know, that's when I know you're not.
And you didn't
Jamie,
do a down control to make it from and start laughing.
Or what was the recent one? Oh, bastard stepped on a pebble.
Hey, God.
Oh, bastard.
Yeah.
So I've got these vouchers and bastard.
I love that new edit in that video, by the way, Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That was great. Yeah.
What, on my video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one I did with Andy on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
It's the unboxing of that Duran Duran album. That was really good, man.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like the perfect poo, perfect poo, perfect poo.
Yeah.
That's Andy. I've got him. Even if you don't like Duran Duran, watch that video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it now because I didn't know about that. So I'm gonna watch it. I saw the one with Jamie edit. That was funny.
Do you watch
That
it
was
right
funny,
till the end, that
Jamie.
one? Because right at the end of the one where I use Jamie when I go like, see you later, ta-ta, like that, straight afterwards, I put it on again.
Yeah,
So they'd be like,
I
they go,
saw that,
bastard, to finish it.
Bastard.
A lot of people, when they hear me say, right, I'll see you later, I'll think, oh, thank you for watching. They'll probably stop the video.
Mm.
You never know what I put on my ends.
Oh,
Oh.
mine boggles.
Oh, yes, it's not the only thing.
No, oh dear.
You nearly went into a bit of a Savile then, stopped yourself, didn't you?
He did.
I have
You went,
restrained
no,
myself.
oh dear. Goodness gracious me.
He contained himself.
Mm-hmm.
but great answers from all you guys with this question from Danny. Yeah, for myself, I guess. Have you guys ever seen a movie called Free from Hell?
Yes.
The Rob Zombie
No.
one?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
I don't.
It's one of the biggest piles of shit. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's
It
the
is.
third film in the series. There's House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, which is an absolute masterpiece. And then that came out. As soon as Sid Haig knew he was going to be, he's on his way out, his health was really bad, they should have just scrapped the film.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because that third character they brought in, what an absolute bell end! And the film is just crap. For
I
me,
agree.
it's probably
I agree.
Zombie's worst film.
Have you seen The Munsters?
Until I watch The Monsters.
Oh,
No,
isn't it,
but it's been said
Nigel?
to me, so I have to sit through it at some point.
I look forward to your thoughts on that.
Oh
Yeah, so
dear.
do I.
Bear in mind, I love the original black and white series. I've got the full series as well, so...
Well, I think that's
So
what
do
makes
I.
it quite good for you to do, isn't it? Because a lot of people out there would have known or seen the Munsters. So your interpretation of the zombie version of it, you know, the Rob Zombie. Yeah, I'd like
It's
to
weird
know
because
that,
Marvel fans sent me 5 Munster films. I didn't even know there was that many.
There was 5? I thought it was only about 2.
No, there's 6 or 7. There's another 1 or 2 I don't have. But he said to me, I haven't got them. He said, because I really don't like them, I don't include them. He's told me what they're called if I want to sort of like look for them. But Fred Gwynn is only in 2 of those 5 films. It's a different person playing Herman after every one. The last one that he sent me being the Rob Zombie one. There's a Munsters Christmas film.
I know there is.
I didn't know. When I seen him dressed in a Santa suit, I thought, you've got to be shitting me.
I've seen
I
it.
don't know how that's going to end.
It's an
Have you seen it?
experience.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the Rob Zombie one was probably worse than that.
Oh God.
I
He
didn't
wants
see
me to
the-
watch all
got a
5
feeling
and then review all 5.
I got a feeling.
I
Do get
definitely
myself
want to
at these
see.
things.
I definitely want to see your review of the zombie one.
Yeah.
Definitely. What were you saying, Scott?
I said I got a feeling that Nigel might have a fun time with the Rob Zombie one for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I just got a feeling he might enjoy it. I haven't actually seen it myself.
I don't
but I've
know.
just
He
got a
might
feeling.
do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's close to how it is with the originals. Very cheesy and campy, but
No, I can
Oh.
see. I can see the script writing itself, just how bad it is, and him getting a rant and a real rant, and it's like 20 minutes of. And then I woke up and I realised I hadn't watched anything. Really.
Shall I tell you what? Shall I tell you what the end of the review will be for the Rob Zombie Monsters? It'll be like, "Where's my copy of Men?" I think I'm going to rewatch that.
Yes,
No, it's not that bad. Nothing's that bad.
Then again, Nigel could think, "What the fuck is that piece of shit?"
If you take into consideration that I'm one of the rare ones who actually loves Rob Zombie's Halloween. And I used to think the same about the second one, but the more I watch it, she really gets on my tits with that white horse. She had no business being. It was just an excuse to get her into the film again. It's no wonder people get sick and like lose their temper with him. He's allowed to make a film without her being in it.
I don't like it.
I don't mind the bits where it's like it's going back to when he's a kid and that, but the little lad who played him in the first one, then they couldn't get him back because he was busy, I think, or they said he'd grown too fast, so they replaced him. I was like, what the hell you replace? What? Why? Why replace him? He was fantastic, that lad.
Wow.
And then she's like coming along with this white horse, and it must take up about a quarter of the film, and it makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever.
A white horse in a Halloween film.
Yeah. And she's just like either holding it with a lead, or she's sat on it, and she's got a long blonde hair down. She's got a white dress. I don't know if she's supposed to be representing an angel or what. How can she be an angel when she was an absolute slag in the first one?
I don't know, but I get you though, Nigel. I'm not a fan of it, to be fair. So that's one of the biggest issues with Free From Hell as well.
I think when I seen the second one, the second Halloween, I thought I seen it at the cinema, and at the time I was like, Jesus Christ, how is this being passed? Because I thought like some of the death scenes were brutal, and I think I was that occupied with that. I didn't get a chance to really think about the white horse bits until it came out on DVD, and then I was like, yeah, it's good. And then I watched it. The last time I watched it, when I went through the Scream Factory Halloween box set, I found it actually. It really, really depressed me, and I was like, whoa, I need to watch something different, because I think it wasn't only her doing that all the time, but my God, the one who plays the Jamie Lee Curtis character in it, in both of them, the way she was like so depressed and like, oh God, it was awful. It just had an awful, depressing feeling about it.
I haven't seen it in ages, mate, to be fair, so I have to rewatch it.
I think I've seen it maybe 3 or 4 times, but the more you watch it, like that horse bit, but honestly, I felt really down for about 3 days after it. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can watch that again. Is it, what do they call that actress? Some Taylor Compton or something like that, isn't it?
Oh, Scout Taylor Compton.
Not too sure.
She played Laurie Strode.
Yeah, Scout Taylor. Yeah,
Scout Taylor, something like that. It's oh God, it's really heavy on the old mind.
Interesting, mate. I'll have to check it out. See if I have the same feeling to it. Like, so it's been that long.
The first one for me, I couldn't fault it. I loved it. People were moaning that it goes back to the backstory when he was little and how he became what he was, and I like that. It's different,
right?
Yeah.
But the second one, if you're feeling really down, do not watch it. Honestly, it doesn't put you in a good place.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. We've got Jake Talks Movies in chat saying, "What's happening, you sexy morphos?"
Hello, Jake.
Hey, man.
Where's that?
Hey, Jake.
Hi, Jake. Hope you're well. We've got Josh saying, "Hey,
Hello, Josh.
everyone."
Hey,
Josh.
everyone!
Echoey.
Joshy washy.
And we've got Sin's Corner saying hola. So hey, Sin.
Hey, Sin.
Hello,
Hey, hola.
Sylvan Beyond later
Hola,
on.
cola. It's a new make.
We've got the viewer Drew saying good news. Got the Blu-ray of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 today.
That is
Excellent
good news.
Even better news. I got a new 4K today. And even better news. It'll be something you never expected in a million years.
Oh, which Marvel
Lego
movie was it,
movie.
Nige?
Would you like me to give you a quick flash?
Oh,
Total Recall.
Total
Nice.
Recall.
Good one,
Well,
Very
I got that for
nice
me.
purchase.
I got that for me, and I got, as a late anniversary present for Laura, I got her Double Jeopardy, which neither of us, well, yes, she's seen it, I haven't seen it.
That's a
What
great
film?
film.
But I also got, you
loved
like this one, Sam. £6.99.
Spiral. Not bad.
good movie,
With a
Nige.
slip. I didn't get the
Wow.
4K because I've got all the others on Blu-ray, so.
Yeah.
And instead of
can't-
20 quid, £12.99. The two orphan films.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's good.
I
Good.
absolutely love the first one. I've not seen the second one yet.
I was going to say, Nigel, I've actually never seen any of the Saw films.
I
Nor
thought
have
you
I,
liked them.
Sam.
No, I've never seen them.
Well,
Jamie's
Sam,
a fan of
It's
Saw.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
But
Sam,
that's
you've
still
got
a good deal there. $6.99.
You can't fall off for that, can you? I have
Yeah.
seen Spiral and I really enjoyed it. It was
Me
Jigsaw
too.
I had the problem with.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, Jigsaw was naff.
Yeah, Jigsaw was naff.
I can't say it as good as you, Nige, so I'm not going to try.
What's your favourite?
Jigsaw was naff. Wasn't very good.
What's your favourite? What's your favourite in the franchise, Mike, of the Saw films?
The original. So I've got.
Yeah, always the original.
I've got these two. So I've got the 4K slip with like the.
Oh,
Jigsaw.
that's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Very nice.
Very
And
nice.
then Nige, speaking of Spiral, I've got the Spiral 4K as well.
Wow, that is a sexy
Very nice.
steelbook.
Yeah, keep an eye on CX because I think that one special edition was like 10 quid, 4K.
That's not bad.
Wow.
That with a slip as well, steelbook.
Very
Do you
nice.
think they'll release all the others in 4K though?
I wish if they did, I'd buy them.
That's what stopped me from getting the first one because I thought they'll do one. And I'll be very surprised if they do all the sequels in 4K.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised they didn't do at least the second and third one because it's kind of considered a main trilogy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Surprised by that.
Do you own any of them, Pete?
I don't own any of the Saw films, no.
Yeah, then you might be about to then. I shall say no more.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Sam, you've got till September to catch up, mate, because that's when Saw X comes out. So,
I was just thinking, Mike. It's not that I don't want to see them. It's just how I'm gonna feel about them because I think them films meant to have a lot of torture in it, and there's certain torture I'm just not good with.
You're not good with that, are you, mate?
Certain,
Yeah.
I mean, I would give it a go. Like, what? How long is the first one again now? Because I know it's from 2004, isn't
It's only
it?
90 minutes, isn't it, Nige?
It's about,
Sure.
yeah, it's about an hour and 40, hour and 45-ish, I think,
Yeah.
no more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is with the first one as well, I think if I remember rightly, that's got like the least in it because it was new at the time, and then it was a case of like because that was successful, right? Let's take that a bit further. So they did it. The more it went on, the further they got with the torture and the gore.
Okay.
But you've got to think in the first one as well. You've got Carrie Elwes in it, and Danny Glover, two big actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've also got I can't remember the actress's name. What they call her who plays Amanda. She's been around for years in stuff.
Can't remember her
So
name.
it's a bloody good cast. and it's very, very well
It is.
acted.
Yeah.
And I was just surprised to see Danny Glover in it, to be quite honest. I went,
I
Danny
was.
Glover is in this.
Yeah.
But
I would, yeah. All I'll say, because I don't want to do spoilers in case Sam you watch it, but just kind of sentiment what everyone the guy said is, I think you'd probably be okay with the first 3 installments.
Okay, mate.
They're more like psychological and like they have a story to them, as Mike said, as a go on.
Try not to think of it as torture. Try to think of it like those old horror movies where that's an intriguing way to die.
Yeah.
For a bad person.
I mean,
I was going to say, remember, whatever happens to these people, they've done something bad.
They've done something bad.
Yeah. Okay,
and he's trying to make them appreciate life instead of taking things for granted and doing the shit that they do.
Yeah, he doesn't kill anyone for the sake of it.
He doesn't kill anybody.
So it's just the intriguing way of how he's doing the deaths. That's how I look at it. You see, It's like, oh, that was an interesting
concept,
one.
to be fair.
Try the first one, Sam, on its own, and see what you think of that.
I definitely will give it a go. I mean, I don't mind, obviously, in film, obviously, I don't mind, obviously, these slasher films or, like these gore fests, like, say, Evil Dead. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with that. It's just like, I'm just really not good at, I don't like things like seeing innocent people getting tortured, you know what I mean? That's pretty upsetting to watch.
It's not like that.
I'll cheer you up. I remember when I saw the film, and because we went to the cinema to see it with a bunch of friends. This will cheer you up. The first 20 minutes, right, is a shocker, right? But my mate turned around and said that was like the Crystal Maze. The Crystal Maze. He said, thrown into a room. There's a kettle, a tea bag. Oh, let me out. Right? And if you ever seen the first 20 minutes or so, you turn around and say, that's a fucking awful Crystal Maze episode. Stuck in
You've
the room.
You've got to watch it and listen and take it all in, because the story is fantastic. It's so well thought out, and it was so different for its time. And I honestly think if you're all right with that, I think you'll be absolutely pissing your pants to get the rest.
Oh, good stuff, mate. I was going to ask you, Nige, what was your thoughts on the film Hostel? Because is that meant to be similar to Saw?
No, it's nowhere near as good. I saw the first Hostel and hated it. I thought it was one of the biggest piles of shit I'd ever seen.
Different tones, Sam. Different tone.
What did you think to it, Dal?
Hostel is a different tone. It's like that one is more about a conspiracy that's going on behind and just horrible ways to die, but these people are paying for that service. Saw is a sort of a revenge thing. It's more the same, obviously gore type thing, but there's a reason behind it, and it's because they've done bad things. So Hostel is just set up a hostel, get these people underground, and let's kill them in many different ways, torturing them, making them feel really bad to the point where their heart gives out. You know what I mean? And they're paying for that service. That's really what Hostel was to me.
Did you like the film, Dal?
Well, you obviously, when I watch a film like that, I like the first one because it's new. But then it's just going to weaken and weaken and weaken, because where can you go with it? Saw was intriguing because it's like, you can see this going in many directions. Do you know what I mean? We always wanted to know the background of Jigsaw, don't we? So, yeah.
Now I look forward to giving the first one a watch. I might watch the first one maybe around September, October time, Del, because I tend to watch more horror films around then. But I'll definitely give it a watch. I think, is it on Netflix, the first Saw film?
Think so.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I
think maybe the first 2 or 3, I think, actually,
Yeah, I
you
know.
Probably get it and see extra about £1 if it isn't.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
It's really, really common, so you'll get it for that. You'll get it for next to that.
Yeah, I know Josh and Leon have been working their way through the Saw films recently as well.
And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because the ones he's watching, God keeps saying is the shit, and he ain't. Stop! because they don't get any different. Just don't watch the rest.
That's just not Josh's type of movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like me sitting and watching the Alien and the Star Wars films. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
However, it is the 10th anniversary of Iron Maiden, Trooper Beer.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Is it? Well, have a celebratory swig from us, then.
Look at that.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Oh,
Oh.
is it? Is it a sponsor?
I wish it was. Yeah, I could get you. You'd sell it. You'd sell it to a brewery. You. Very reasonably priced. Fuck off. Can't even say it. Very reasonably priced.
Is it very reasonably priced? Oh, and I bet it's got a taste that makes you want to savour it in your mouth for ages. As it trickles down your throat with its wonderful aftertaste.
Filthy beast! But he's not wrong. Cheers.
I was going to say, Mike, Nigel
slides down ever so easily.
I was going to say, Mike, Nigel will approve of this because Elliot put out a poll of, like, I think bands to, like, delve into or dive into, and Iron Maiden was one of the choices.
Oh, it should have been the top one. Yes, it should.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
voted for him to delve into Iron Maiden, to be fair, and I think he's got the most space for that, so it will be Iron Maiden that he's going to check out next.
Who was it? Oh, it was Amy. What albums shall I listen to if I want to listen to more Iron Maiden? I'll tell the people the same ones. Try Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Son of Seventh Son.
And Somewhere in Time. That's when they started dabbling with keyboards, so they were more like sort of radio friendly, if you like. And if you like them two, then I would go for my favourite album of all time, The Number of the Beast, afterwards.
Nice.
Very nice.
Just been a minute.
You'd be very surprised they've got some cracking stuff.
And would you put Killers and the self-titled album up there as well, Nige?
Killers is probably my third or fourth favourite.
Okay.
Out of all of their albums.
Yeah.
It was the first Iron Maiden album I ever bought, and I got it on its either day or week of release. February 81, I was 13. I kept going into the town for their debut album, and it was just, they were only getting like one or two inks. I didn't know at the time, because like I hated them when I first heard them. But their debut album, as soon as it was coming into the shops, it was flying straight back out again. And every time I went out, no, sold out. We're getting it back in next week. I just sold it. And I got that sick in the end. I went in one day, I was like, oh, what's this? And the Killers album was there, and this is how soft I was. It's got Eddie holding an axe, and so it's just a painting, and there's blood dripping off the axe, and it made me feel sick. How I watch the horror films I watch now, I will never know. But I thought, sod it, I'm going to have it. So I got that, and that was it.
Changed your life.
Oh. Do you have a favourite Iron Maiden album, Mike?
I don't listen to them, mate. To be fair, I've never really listened to them, so I can't comment.
I need to revisit them.
The first record I ever owned by them was the 7-inch single of Sanctuary. That's, I don't know if you've seen it, but on the front he's just stabbed Margaret Thatcher.
Wait, what?
Wow, okay.
He stood over Margaret Thatcher with this knife, blood dripping off it. And she's like laid there dying on the floor.
I bet that went down very well back in the 80s.
Yeah, they tried to ban the sleeves. So what they did is there's a few got out. And this made zero difference. They recalled all the sleeves and just basically printed a black bar over Thatcher's eyes.
Oh.
So if you get the unedited one, it's pretty rare to get hold of.
So a few managed to slip out. So that's interesting.
Oh yes.
Oh dear.
I do have both.
You do have both? Ooh.
I have the uncensored and the censored one, yes.
Ooh.
I was going to say, Nige, I'd be shocked if you didn't have the uncensored one, to be honest.
It took a long time to get it.
I can imagine. Can imagine.
I only got it about Ooh, what?
Winslow. Hey, Winslow.
Oh, 5 years
Hello,
ago?
hey,
5, 6 years ago?
Hello, Wednesday.
Hello.
We've got the psychedelic Fwaz here. Evening, Mike of Z That, long time watcher. Well, hey man, thanks for watching. First time commenter, great to actually join one of these round tables.
I was gonna say, Mike, I approve of his profile pic. It's Blur's Park Life album.
Right, yeah.
Is it? What is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Mike, I don't approve of his profile picture. It's Blair's Park Life album.
Oh, not a fan of Blur, are you, Nige?
Yeah.
Well, you could say that, yeah.
No? You got the whole back catalogue.
Blur, not your cup of tea then, Nige.
He's got the Blur
No.
Park Life uncensored and censored version, haven't you, Nige?
He protests.
Oh my God, I swear,
He protests.
I was in HMV today and they were playing Christ Almighty, the Smiths. Wow, how the hell did they get where they were?
Sam is a big Smiths fan, aren't you?
I love them, mate, but they are an acquired taste.
What, you can say that again? One song come on which I do like, and the only reason I like it is because Placebo covered it and did it a million times better. Big Mouth Strikes Again.
Song.
It's good cover, yeah.
His voice. He sounds like a tired car passing. I was looking for a job and then I found a job.
What about you, Mike? Where do you stand on the Smiths?
What you'd like to?
Preferably on Morrissey's head.
Yeah, Mike.
And don't back to Blur, their music are shite.
See, Scott likes them as well.
Yeah, didn't you say you're a fan of the Smiths, aren't you,
I think we
Scott?
better call him an ambulance, look.
I don't know. I don't think he's breathing. Is he all right?
Michael, here,
no.
take this. Have a go at this.
Give it a quick suck, Mike. Oh, wait. Oh.
I am a fan of the Smiths, Sam. Yeah, I do like them.
Put this in your mouth and press and breathe in and go ha. It's a Smithson era.
The tire man in the car.
Oh, dear.
No, I'm not.
Can you imagine having your little kid holding hand ready across the road to go, so don't stop it, the Smiths car's passing. Now we can cross.
Hold on, I think Scott had a karaoke version there ready.
Go on. Sorry, Scott, go on.
What the?
That's your Billy Idol face.
This charm.
I die for her. White win.
He's got such a depressing voice, to be fair.
I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear.
A stitch to wear?
Yeah, that's the lyric, yeah.
A stitch of clothing, I think.
Da da da. This charming Sam.
This charming Sam.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest Smiths fan. I'll stick to the WH variety instead.
As we all know, Morrissey watches this. So if you're watching Morrissey, give up, you talentless twat. I mean that in the nicest possible way, you arrogant fucker.
But Johnny Marr, you keep going, mate. I love your solo stuff.
Johnny Marr's good. Yeah, I like Johnny Marr.
Who's that?
He's the Smiths.
Yeah.
I can't imagine either fellas watching this stream, to be fair, but thank you if
No,
you are.
I don't
Appreciate
Morrissey, I have a bottle opener of you. What a bell end!
Morrissey, make sure you sub to the channel, mate. Really appreciate
Right.
it.
Nige,
Morrissey,
I've got a
make sure you don't bother doing it with mine.
No, if you on your unboxing, Nige, if you're watching.
Go check to see if you've got any of his records.
Yeah.
No.
Don't worry, folks. The film part comes in the second half of this stream.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we got through about 5 comments in an hour.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
Mike, can I
It's
just
kind of
say,
a film thing. Morrissey's in the film Drive. As he drives past.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is.
I was gonna say-
in my head.
I was going to say, Mike, I'm having such a fantastic time here, mate. Thanks for inviting me.
It's been a
you're
lot of fun
welcome, mate.
tonight, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Take all
brilliant.
credit. I don't really.
That credit goes to Morrissey.
Morrison as Lewis Hamilton. I mean, for God's sake.
Trooper Beer, official sponsor of Did You See That?
Hey, I wish, Nige, I wish. No thanks. But we've got Jake. He says, Nige, beer and crisps, where's my invite?
Get your own.
There you go, mate. Get your own.
Could you handle my jalapeno twizzles?
Oh.
A jalapeno twizzle. Ooh.
Hmm?
They're
Well-
a bit small.
Nacho cheese and jalapeno curly fried.
Oh,
Made by
right.
Brooks. They are delicious. They also do another one
Yeah.
which is like sour cream and chive with bacon.
Right.
I've tried a few Seabrooks. Was not a fan, but I haven't heard of them ones.
They're beautiful.
Ooh.
I think she got these from Heron.
Oh, Heroin Foods. Heroin Foods? Heron Foods.
But they are available everywhere. Very reasonably priced as well.
Are they as well? Ooh. Ooh.
Like a big potato poo. A
Ooh.
perfect poo. Perfect poo.
They twirl around very nice as well to make a nice shape. Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry, everybody. You may ask us a question now.
It's okay. It's all good. We've got Jason, the Old Millennial, in the house. So, hey, Jason. Hope you're well, my
Hey.
friend.
Hello,
Hello,
mate.
Jason.
He
Hey.
says, Guten Tag from Salzburg, Austria. Yeah, he's currently in Europe at the moment. I went on the
Very
Star Wars
nice.
music tour this morning. I can't stop singing the music from the movie. That's awesome.
The hills
Awesome.
are alive. Ah.
No,
This is going to be a new thing now, isn't it? The Morrissey thing.
It is, yeah.
Till Scott steals it like he steals every fucking thing else.
Hey, I'm innocent.
This is Scott doing Morrissey. Oh.
Looks like a pirate. Arr, matey.
I was going to say, is he
Oh,
doing
you
his
need to-
Popeye impression or
You
something?
need
Where's
to
my
do
spinach?
White Wedding before we finish tonight. You need to see him do White Wedding, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Howie Scott, White Wedding.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
Normally the arms are, you're up, but his arm's there. It's there.
Like that, isn't it? Yeah.
I'll do it. Wibble, yo, ma, ma. Wibble, yo, ma.
Now that, Cowell, is talent.
Yeah.
My end, Scott, you're out of sync with your voice, and it looks like you're
He is.
being dubbed badly. It's making it even more funnier.
Yeah, it is out of sync. It's like he's doing Bruce Lee with the rebel yell.
Man. Scott, I love the impression, mate.
He's
Thank you,
laughed.
He loved it.
Scott, I was going to say, before we move on, what about Message in a Bottle?
Oh, classic.
Message
Oh.
in a bottle, yeah. It's got a message in a bottle.
Oh,
When you're going on tour, Scott,
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell me,
I
mate.
know. I'm not too sure.
Scott's
Yeah, probably.
Records by Kate L.
he's going to do a new channel. Scott's Requests.
Got all these tracks going up the sides of all these famous songs.
Scott's 40 greatest.
It's just going to be the entire soundtrack to Illegal Alien. You got Mortal Kombat.
Oh, definitely.
Scott Get Down and Funky.
Original motion picture soundtrack performed by Scott the Movie Critic.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I tell you what, I'd get a photo of him on the inner sleeve as well, like that. Mid white wedding.
Oh man, Scott, I love your karaoke, mate. Keep it up.
I swear it makes my day. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unexpected and so brilliant.
And he cares not a jot.
Appreciate that in me.
Nobody can
He
ridicule him. Nobody can put him
No.
off, and that's what I love about it as well. It's fantastic.
He just does it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
Yeah.
goes for it. Yeah.
he only does it for us. It's just that there's other people watching.
Yeah.
Well, going back to Jason's comment very quickly. So he's talking about Sound of Music tour this morning.
Great stuff.
Yeah, very quickly. Pete, what's your thoughts on the movie Sound of Music?
Yeah, I like it. I'm not the hugest musical fan, but yeah, it's one of those classic films. I do like it, but I don't have it in the collection.
Yep, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Nigel, have you seen Sound of Music?
I have. I've seen it once or twice. My dad absolutely loves it. Well, loved it when he was there. I think it was his favourite musical. But once or twice was enough for me. It was good, but it's. I mean, if it was full of like music I liked, it might be better. But the story itself's really good. I found it a little bit long, but I pointed this out. I don't know whether I pointed this out to you, Del Boy, last night, was it?
What's that?
Have you seen Piranha? The film Piranha with
No,
Bradford
we
Dillman in it?
didn't. Amazing. We didn't talk about Piranha last night. We talked
Can't
about
remember what
everything
we did.
else.
I think I know who it was. It might have been Michael.
We talked about Kentucky Fried Movie and
Amazon Women on the Moon.
Moon.
Yeah. Have you seen the film Piranha, the one that it's directed by Joe Dante and Roger Corman's got something to do with?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That main lass in it, who was with Bradford Dillman, who plays, she's like the detective, the investigator, looking for a missing person.
Yeah.
She is one of the girls of the Von Trapp family in the Sound of
right.
Music.
Ooh.
She's called
Because-
Heather Menzies, and if you see her, you can recognise her. Now, when you've seen Piranha, you think, wow, you can see it's her straight away. She looks about 14 or 15, and it's weird to see her that young, like in a film singing as well.
Because we know Nicholas Hammond was Spider-Man, wasn't he, in the 70s, the TV series? Nicholas Hammond. And he's one of the Von Trapps.
I did not. Oh my God, I can see his face now, yeah. He's like the middle-aged one, not the younger one, the next one up, I think. Oh, Christ. There we go, there's two. Spider-Man and Piranha have a link.
Yeah.
Never thought you'd say that, would you? Piranha
No.
Spider-Man?
No,
Gee.
that's true.
It's a Robert Wise film, isn't it? Sound of Music.
I think so.
Bob Wise.
I think it is, yeah.
Because he did a
It's
couple
not,
of
it's not
musicals.
Rodgers and Hammerstein, I know that.
Yeah, because he did a couple of musicals, and I'm not into musicals, but I do remember. I mean, obviously, it's on. When I
It's
was
always on
when I
at
was
Christmas.
when I was a teenager, it was like every bank holiday or something. You know, it'd be like a New Year film or Christmas on BBC, on the BBC channel. But I enjoyed my time with it a couple of the first times, but then it got like I've seen it how many times now? I don't want to watch it again. But yeah,
I can't understand why they would put it on at Christmas, because it's about as festive as an Easter egg.
I know. And again, what's festive about Bond? And that's on at Christmas.
I know. Yet the carry-ons to me feel like a bit of a Christmas tradition. They've been on the telly ever since the 1970s every year, and they're still doing it. Fantastic.
Well, Scott, you just picked up the Carry On movies, right?
He did.
I did,
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching them, yeah.
Nice little set, that, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is, I agree, 100%.
No, awesome, mate. And awesome, hey, Night Light was one of your dad's favourites as well. That's awesome as well.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely loved it.
But I've only ever seen it the once, Nigel, and I saw it in cinema because they put it back on as like a re-release.
Oh, wow.
With the original like intermission as well, so they had like a break for like 10-15 minutes. It's the movie that changed my mind. It's the movie that changed my mind on musicals. It's my favourite musical, to be fair. So,
cool, mate.
Sam, what's your thoughts on Sound of Music?
So you know what, mate? I don't even think I watched it all the way through, but I need to put that right. I know it's my mum's favourite film of all time. My mum absolutely loves it. She used to have the soundtrack on vinyl as well. But yeah, definitely need to check it out. I think that I can't remember if that one's getting a 4K or not. Not too sure.
I was just going to say there, if ever a musical was screaming for a 4K release, that's it. Because I do think people would buy it.
Yeah.
I would like to say it's got one, but it's just got like a standard of like maybe a slip, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I'd like to say
it'd be nice if they gave it like a big 4K box set, like what they did with the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Right. And I think they did that with like Singing in the Rain as well. I got like a special.
They did a box set for that as well, yeah.
And as well, Mike, I'd love to see a 4K release of the 1968 Oliver, because that's one of my favourite musicals.
Me dad loved that as well.
Well, I think Robert Wise did West Side Story as well, so I'm pretty sure it's just round the corner. You know, Sound of Music.
Oklahoma, he loved that as well. That was a Rodgers and Hammerstein one.
See, I'm a big fan of Robert Wise, but not because of musicals. I like his other work, you know. So
yeah,
I like Malcolm and Wise. I think he's related. Yes, I know it was shit, but you know, with the given material, I did the best I could.
You did, Nigel. I compliment you.
Thank you, Sven.
You're welcome. Scott, have you seen Sound of Music?
No, it's still one of the classic musicals that I need to get around to watching, to be fair. But I've heard amazing things about it, so I do really want to check it out at some point.
White Wedding's in it. It's worth watching.
Oh, awesome!
Isn't Christopher Plummer in it as well?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
a rather young Christopher Plummer.
He is.
Can't get over that being him, Spider-Man. I've never realised.
Yeah.
I can see him now. It's plain as day.
Yeah, and Julie Walters was really good in it as well.
Julie Walters, yeah. Dawn French was pretty good as well when she was playing one of the last ones.
Dawn French, Julie Andrews, shit.
Julie Walters.
Julie Walters in The Sound of Music. Fucking hell.
Getting all the Julies mixed up tonight.
I thought Julie Andrews was in Buster with Phil Collins. Oh wait, no, it's Julie Walters.
Yeah, it is Julie Walters. Buster.
Nigel's just holding his tongue.
Well, last night I got JFK mixed up with KFC.
JFK mixed up with KFC.
You couldn't write this, could you?
No.
I called James McAvoy James Anchovy.
I was just going to say.
They don't sound anything like each other.
James Anchovy went to see the Tesco chainsaw mascara.
I thought he was in the Alien Factory as well.
The Alien Factory, yeah.
Yeah. I also heard he was going to star in Tina Sprout's Head of Race as well, but he pulled out of that one.
Film. That's a classic.
Was it? Was that a masterpiece?
Tina Sprout's Have a Race, rated R.
Wow.
It's on 4K.
No, just R, not rated OR.
It was rated OR for me.
Right, so,
I thought he put a yellow mask on there.
No.
It's Jet!
No, just grab my
I
phone.
was going, what the hell is that? Some sonic robot!
I wondered what he was about to whip out for a second. Oh, it's just his charger. Ooh.
Oh,
Now, Pete, calm down.
Yeah, Pete. Calm down. Be sensible like I am.
So I've got
Oh.
the next comment is going to be an interesting one because I actually don't know Nigel's opinion on this. Well, any of you guys for that matter. But
Whoa.
Psychedelic Foaz asks, "What's your favorite Lightning Seeds song?"
oh,
I know the
love
answer.
Lightning Seeds.
Okay, so well, Scott, if you're a
Yeah.
fan of them, which one's your
Yeah.
favorite, mate?
Possibly Sense. That's a really fantastic song from the 90s. I really enjoy that one. I also like You Showed Me How to Do. That's a really good song. And Marvelous is great as well. All those songs are pretty good.
And you're like, oh, lucky you.
I do. I like that song a lot, actually.
Yeah, shit.
Oh my days.
Well, fair enough, Scott. No, cool to hear your choices, mate. I only know that now that you mentioned "Oh Lucky You." I don't know if I know the other ones, to be honest.
That was bad enough.
They've done quite a lot. I don't like 3 lines on a shirt, though. That song can fuck off.
It makes an appearance every football tournament, mate. It's always there.
It is always there, yeah.
I think Del Boy's got their entire back catalogue on vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
Like a bit of
Oh.
Lightning Seeds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think
Well-
I can only name 2, and I think Life of Riley and Pure.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
God,
the
I forgot about that. God
They're
awful
They're the
Life of Riley.
about the only two tracks I can think of the Lightning Seeds is Life of Riley and Pure.
That's a
it.
good song as well, Pure. I like that one.
I think I've heard of Pure. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Yeah. Never even heard of Lightning Seeds before. I thought it was a type of bloody
Yeah, pile of
garden
shit.
seeds band. But no,
Mm.
Pure for me. Even though
Yeah.
that's not a great song.
Is that pure and simple every time, these things?
Yeah.
Yes,
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
God, I despise that thing.
it plays the same like melody all the time. I think when it opens the song.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
That's fair. Sam, what's your favourite one, mate?
I'm not a big fan, mate, to be honest. But if I was to pick a song, I probably would go like "Life of Riley," and obviously, I do have a soft spot for the Three Lions song. That's all right.
Oh, they sang that, did they?
It's
Yeah.
coming home. It's coming.
We know it goes.
Home.
Yeah,
It's
that's enough.
coming.
It never does though. It never comes home. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So Frank Spencer's in it. Sorry, Frank Skinner. Sorry.
Frank Spencer.
Frank Spencer.
We're coming home, Betty.
Frank Spencer. I mean, fucking Frank Sinner. Frank Sinner. Frank.
Sinner.
Are you all right,
Frank,
Pete?
Frank Skinner. I mean, not
What
Sinner.
the hell have you took before you come on here?
Yeah. Good question, Nige.
Nothing.
Frank Sinner?
No, I'm okay.
Oh.
Just pure water.
Pure.
Bloody Del Rose.
Oh,
Oh. The Wurzels are back on tour.
I am a cider drinker.
Drinker.
That just
I
came out
got a
of
brand
nowhere.
new combine harvester.
What the fuck is that? It's...
God.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I'll give you the key.
Hey, you're watching. We're going to start and charge ticket prices for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Del Boy,
Did they do the Country Life butter adverts? You know, never put a better bit of butter on your life.
Butter on your knife. If it wasn't them, it sounds like them.
God.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Del Boy, did you say you had a favourite Lightning Seed song?
No, I haven't. Oh, sorry. I told you about the only two I know really is Life of Riley and Pure, and I just know those two because I had to do a lot of traveling at that particular period of my life, and the radios would blatantly play those tracks to cheer it, like, and now we're going to put a lightning seeds on because the track previous was Slit Your Wrists time with something else. You know what I mean?
Yay.
So. No, I'm not a Lightning Seeds fan. Sorry.
One of their songs come on the radio, mute it.
Well, okay, Nige, here's a question for you before we wrap this question up. If you were stuck in a room and you had to have one song on by the Lightning Seeds, what would it be? You have to pick one. On repeat.
Oh, well, you're pushing it, getting me to listen to it once, let alone repeat.
You got to sit in a room for an hour listening to this song on repeat.
Probably, lucky you.
Or Perfect.
Hey, you slipped up there, Pete. You went there.
Perfect's a good song.
My favourite.
All I want.
I am a cider drinker. Wow.
Oh, lucky you.
Oh, lucky you. Wow, wow.
I didn't know the Wales did a cover of it.
I think they did a B-side of it.
I think somebody else did a B-side cover of it, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think he did.
Savile by any chance?
I've never heard of him before. No,
Didn't you?
Oh, right.
No.
You had a secret stash of his B. I was going to say you got a secret stash of his B-sides.
I am the cider drinker. Now then, I sniff it all of the day. Got all I sniff, boys and girls. Goodness gracious me.
I think Nigel would be really good at one of those parties where the person's end word has to be the song title of the next person's line or something. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever done those round robin ones where
that sounds very complicated?
Because my friend was really good at that because he'd turn around and say things like, "Oh, I wish it had rained down on me." Fucking Phil Collins. Oh shit, right. And then the next person has to use me as a title for the next song. And you carry on round and round and round. Really
like
hard.
Me? I can't think of one.
Yeah.
One.
I'm pretty sure you'd be good because of your song history and your back catalogue of music and stuff.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to whip out a few classic songs.
I reckon you would, Nigel, to be fair.
Yeah.
It'd be the first thing I'd whipped out.
I bet. Wow.
Well, thank you for the question, no. Psychedelic was. We've got Winslow adding in here. Going to see Meg 2 tomorrow.
Hello, Winslow.
Hello, mate. He says early reviews are looking bad.
Didn't it have like a 0% score on Metacritic? Metacritic?
Metacritic! What the fuck's that?
Metacritic.
Zero score, Metacritic.
It's either Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes? Are we in the States?
Wow.
You couldn't get this. You couldn't get this more wrong, could you? If this was his stream, he'd be saying, "I'm going to go and see Smeg 2 tomorrow." Smeg 2.
Smeg 2. What's this? Red Dwarf.
Smeg 2. Smeg 2 with the cheese.
Oh. No, thank you. So, Pete, are you going to check out Meg
I like the
2?
way the Del Boy there suggests Smeg, and when I go the cheese, he's got the fucking cheating up. He starts it.
I was talking about the range of fridge freezers.
Yeah.
Right.
What were you thinking of?
Probably the range of fridge freezers mother, Smeg Ma. See, that was too clever for you. You didn't get that one.
Was, yeah. Totally.
This is because I'm hyper intelligent.
Wow.
Oh, Who said that then, Scott?
Yeah.
I'll breathe on your fucking glasses so you can't see when I see you.
No, you're all right.
Here, little white wing.
So, Pete, are you checking out Meg 2?
I like the first Meg. I thought it was pretty fun with Jason Statham. Jason Statham.
The first,
Man.
did you say the first Smeg or did you say Meg? I can't.
The first
First
Meg.
Smeg with Jason Grantham.
No, I said the worst Meg. The worst Meg, the first Meg.
Smeg!
Oh,
Say
oh my
Smeg!
God.
I saw the first Meg
There we go.
with Jason Statham, and it was okay. I may give this one a go. We'll have to wait and see. The reviews haven't been great, but it's going to be a lot of fun either way.
Yeah. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Scott, checking out Meg 2?
Not at the cinema, no. I did quite enjoy the first one, to be fair. I thought Jason Statham was pretty fun in it. However, this new one looks like an shit, to be honest. I can't lie. I can't. But I might give it a go at some point, though.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I'm not sold on the new one, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't blame you.
I think it's just with CGI and it looks so bad. It looks like a Jurassic Park film at times, to be fair, with the dinosaurs and that.
It doesn't look great. Like, nah.
No.
Joe saying, I think Pete may have had a few too many beverages before this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything to do with drink. I think it's, the other stuff.
Just the water. Water?
Water?
Oh,
Jason Grantham.
Jason Grantham?
Well, he can't be one.
He's his posh brother. Stars in Downton Abbey.
Sam, are you checking out Meg 2?
Absolutely not, mate. I didn't even have any interest in the first film, unfortunately. I know. What is it? Evander's really looking forward to the second one. But yeah, I think a couple other people are looking forward to it. But yeah, it doesn't seem like my cup of tea, mate. I think when it comes to shark movies, I'll obviously go for the original Jaws and Deep Blue Sea, and I do really want to check out Open Water. I think that's based on a true story.
Look at his smug face. Look at Nigel's smug Jaws.
Oh,
Sam, you need to check out The Shallows. That's a good one. Blake Lively. Blake Lively.
What Lively?
I said Blake.
Not very lively.
Blake Lively.
Break.
I mean Blake, not break.
Oh God.
I
will have a gram of whatever he's had.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 grams. I'll take it.
I'll have a year's worth.
That was such excitement there as well. I'll take 2 grams.
I'll have 10 grams. Goodbye 2023.
Can you imagine if all y'all had whatever Peter had, and you were all like on different strengths, and it was like the next one was worse than the other. Jesus Christ, I couldn't cope with y'all. 5 Pete's all on different strengths.
Oh.
Imagine us all around a table. They'd chuck us out the restaurant, wouldn't they?
And, my God,
Jesus!
Wouldn't even get through the dog. Get out!
100%.
Hooligans!
To be fair. Would be like, well, we're only having a laugh. It's just a fun and games.
Shits and giggles, yeah.
Right.
But while we're on the subject, yes, I went to see the Meg first one, and I absolutely loved it. I only went to see it in 2D, so I bought the 3D Blu-ray, and I actually really do like the film, and I was so excited when they were going to do a Meg 2, and I've waited since the first one for this. Then I saw the trailer and I have lost whatever interest I had.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely
What's it called?
awful.
Meg 2 The Trench, is it?
The trench, yeah, but it's that
Yeah.
like Sam said, that CGI looks absolutely shocking.
The opening of it
Yeah.
looked like a Jurassic Park film. It didn't feel
It
like
did.
it was going to be a shark film.
But to
Yeah.
me, the CGI looks like CGI in its infancy.
Mm.
Early
It's very
2000s. Back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Very cheap looking.
Yeah.
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 To be
It's
honest,
even
Mike,
got a shit title, to be fair.
I don't think I'm asked anymore, to be honest.
I was going to say, Mike, honestly, I'd even think I'd rather watch Jaws the Revenge over both Meg films.
I love Jaws the Revenge. I will have
Yeah.
nothing said.
I've not seen it in years, though, mate, and I do remember quite
love it.
liking it, to be fair.
I
need
love
to
it. It's so
revisit
bad.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
yeah. I think Mike Cinema man, he thinks it's all right. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, Nige.
Mike has got the same opinion as me. He actually quite enjoys it. You like forget about the oh my god, I'm going to get you and I'm going to follow you to the Bahamas, because let's face it, fucking superheroes are worse than that. As is James Bond. He should have been dead a million times over, but he keeps fighting back. So
That's
you're
true.
superhero and you're James Bond fans. You've got no room to talk about Jaws the Revenge. So zip it. And if you watch it for what it is, it's just a blast. It's really entertaining. However, Jaws 3.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is that shockingly bad, Nige? The third one.
Yes, it's the acting and everything. However, when they oh my god, I was so excited when they finally released the Blu-ray and put the 3D version on. The 3D version improves it by a million times. It is really entertaining.
Yeah.
But it is the worst Jaws film.
Yeah. I think I'm going to definitely need to pick up Jaws 2 on 4K at some point, but if they're going to, give Jaws 3 and Jaws the Revenge the 4K treatment, mate, I might as well just wait till then for like a rewatch.
It's the not knowing, though.
That's it, yeah.
Jaws 3 and 4 on very, very dodgy ground. But then again, I never in a million years thought they'd get a Blu-ray release.
Yeah.
I thought they'd stop at 2, but they went and did. I mean, there's plenty of people saying, let's hope we get 3 and 4 now. So they do have a fan base, as bad as what people say they are. But
Well,
then again,
considering 2 sold so well and it was a sellout, it could happen.
Look at those steelbooks that Zabby released of them. They went like that. The last one to sell out was The Revenge. How, I don't know.
But they release anything on 4K today. Look, they released that Howard the Duck on 4K.
Oh, Jesus, they haven't.
That's got its followers, Howard the Duck.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Del Boy.
Jamie being one of them.
Del Boy, are you going to check out Meg 2?
I won't see it at the cinema. It's one of those things where I'm going to watch it because I'm a big filmy. It's just going to be there and I'm going to watch it. But it's funny. Every time, I don't know why this is strange, but if you've ever seen The Rise and Fall of Reginald Perrin, every time they thought of his mother-in-law, he'd see a hippo, right, in his back of his head, right? Every time Meg 2, I kept seeing Nige, right, in a cinema in a straitjacket with somebody propping his eyes open, and Meg 2's on in the cinema from A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange, that.
Yeah. And every time Meg 2 is mentioned, I just kept seeing Nige in a straitjacket. I'm watching this like that.
I tell you what, if I hear somebody say, if you like the first one, you'll like it, then I'm game. I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Nige, I've got like a cinema pass, so I'll probably end up going and see Meg 2, so I'll let you know what I think.
Yeah.
What did you think of the first one, though, Mike?
I thought it was just. To be fair, I'm not a fan of Jason Statham at all, but I thought it was similar.
No, neither am I. But that was the first thing I seen him in. I've seen all these clips and stuff, and I'm thinking, God, he's annoying.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't mind him in that. I quite enjoyed him in that. But I don't normally. I can't bear looking at him. But I thought he was well
I
cast.
think it's something you gotta wait to hear on word of mouth. See what people in the community think of it.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting this blockbusting masterpiece at all. But if somebody says to me, "Yeah, it's all right, it's not as good," but if you like the first one, you'll probably enjoy it. Then that'll be enough for me. I'll give it a go.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, same here. I'm just going to go and open-minded, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. But we're pretty much up to the first hour and a half, so that flew by.
Wow, that went quick.
That went quick.
Wow.
So sorry to everyone who hasn't got a comment replied. We will get to them. But firstly, thanks to Del Boy, Scott, Sam, Nige, and Pete for joining.
Thank you for the invite, Mike.
Thank you very much for having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much,
really
Mike, for
fun.
letting me on.
It's been fantastic, mate.
Yeah,
Loved
I've had a
it.
blast.
Yeah, I've very enjoyed it, and thank you guys for joining. I just want to say, please go subscribe to all these guys down below in the description box, all the YouTubes and Sam Instagram, and please go support Scott on his live stream tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK time as well. Go check him out.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you,
I'll
mate.
definitely get you guys
Thanks,
on next
Mike.
week as well.
Excellent. Cheers, Mike.
100%.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Thanks,
guys.
Mike.
Have a
Thanks a
nice
lot, mate.
night. Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
care.
see you later.
In a bit.
Bye,
Bye.
See you
everyone.
guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
And then we've got Sin and Jimmy Lee in the house.
Jamie.
Hey, how's it going?
Uh-oh.
I
You
can't hear you. Hold on. So, hey, Sin, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you, Mike?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for joining. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Of course. Always.
Yeah, and thank you for sparing the time. And Jimmy, are you there?
Yeah, she's still... I can't hear her still. That's weird.
Nah.
I read her lips.
Gotta love technical difficulties. She comes back on Z Talks and you can't even hear her.
I know. Doggone. It's been a while, too. I wanted to ask her if she's seen Warrior. Look, she went and hid.
Right. She's like, nope, I ain't seen that yet. So how's Sin anyway, and what's new?
Doing good, same old thing, just work, keeping me really busy, and planned movies. I will be going to see movies for the next 2 Thursdays. Blue Beetle in a couple weeks at 2 in the afternoon, my time, and The Last Voyage of the Demeter at 5 my time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking forward to that.
That Voyage to the Last Demeter, is that like a Dracula one I heard?
Yes, it's based on one little chapter in the Dracula book, which talks about the voyage he took on the Demeter, and everybody got killed. He killed everybody on it. So we know how it's going to end, unless they change stuff up.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, looking forward to that, and looking forward to Blue Beetle as well. Actually, I'm feeling a bit optimistic about that.
I hope so, especially as I think they've said it's going to be part of James Gunn's universe.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not exactly... Of course, the dogs. I'm not exactly sure what's up. I'm so confused as to what Gunn is doing, especially with the recent announcement about Wonder Woman or Gal Gadot coming back. I mean, I'm fine with that. I just okay, now bring back Henry Cavill, please.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know.
I was a bit surprised by that Gal Gadot announcement. I was over the moon though, because I love her as Wonder Woman. But
yeah, same.
A bit surprised.
Absolutely. Yeah, same here. But yeah, trying to think of anything. Have you seen anything new and exciting lately?
No, not really. One movie I did watch actually last night is Spellbound, the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Oh, I might have seen that a long time ago. Who was in that?
It was Gregory Peck.
Okay.
And is it Ingrid
Bergman?
Bergman, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say Bergkamp, but Bergman, I think, yeah.
All right, Pete. I'm going to start calling you Pete. Oh my gosh, some of the stuff he was saying was so hilarious.
Oh, man.
I thought I was bad.
Who knows what Pete's on this point? Great guy.
What a great laugh.
So that's my most recent watch. Besides that, I've been watching like the Insidious movies and stuff.
Oh, okay. How far into the Insidious movies are you?
So I've seen the first 4.
Okay.
I've seen them all before, but my partner Emma hadn't seen any of them past the first one.
Yeah, same.
So we
watched
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we watched all of them, and we just went to see the Red Dawn now, the latest one.
Okay, what did you guys think about it? I enjoyed it, but I know not everybody did.
I haven't seen it yet. So...
Oh, I thought you said you were going to. Okay, sorry.
Oh, right. No, it's all good. So we're waiting to see it.
Okay.
We're waiting to see it. So I'm intrigued, to be honest. I've heard it's like a slower pace kind of one, but I'm going to go open minded.
Yeah, it is slower paced, and it gets into the family dynamic between father and son. And it's just cool to see. Oh, hey Simon, how you doing? Simon's one of my he joins me on my live streams when we have our monthly yearly discussions. It's cool. What I've seen, it's cool to see the little actor. He's all grown up. The little boy, he's so big now. Yeah, it's cool that they kept everybody. I like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be intrigued what they do with it as well. Definitely excited. And when, as I heard they brought him back, I was like, wow, okay, that's different. Okay.
Yep. And I guess you knew by now that Patrick Wilson directed it as well.
Yeah, it's his first feature, right?
Yeah, I thought he did okay. I mean, he didn't do anything but I mean, like I said, I liked it. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought, but like I said in my review, my appreciation for the movies got better with each movie that went along. So I guess it doesn't surprise me that I liked it as much as I did when I saw it.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, I can definitely get that though, because I've been rewatching them. They all add something different to the story.
Yeah, exactly. And they tie back around. Like they have these little things that link them all together. Sometimes flashback scenes. And like at the end of season 4, Season 4. All right, Pete. Pete lives. At the end of the 4th movie, it shows when she first heard about their family. She gets the call about their family. So this just ties all the way back around to the first one, which was a good lead in to the 4th one. The 5th one.
Let's try again.
Did that work?
Hello. Can you hear that broken accent, my friends? Far out. And you know, the funny thing was I could hear you guys, and Sin's like, oh, I wanted to ask if she's seen
and then you went away.
Yeah, and I was like, it's gonna look like I didn't want to see it.
She's running.
Yeah. I still haven't seen it, but that's not why I left. Oh Lord.
No, I was teasing. I just thought the timing was funny.
Yeah. I saw a comment from you the other day with the other month, it might have even been with Lisa, and she's like, I wanted to ask Jamie Lee, and I'm like, fuck, I still gotta watch that. And it's been like a month, and I'm like, fuck, I still gotta watch that.
Yeah. Come on, girl, just get on it.
And you know, I've been watching so much stuff. Like I actually have been watching movies, and I'm like, why the hell am I not putting the things that people suggest at the top of my list instead of crap that I'm watching, which is terrible? Like, what is
torturing yourself?
Yes, far out. Anyway.
So what movies have you been watching then? I'm intrigued.
Well, not a lot of movies so much. I watched one called The Hating Game, which is like a rom-com, and I actually did like that one. Then there was another one with KJ Apa, you know, the Archie from Riverdale. And I thought, oh, he's good. And it was terrible. Can't even remember what the name of that one was called.
Was that about the pandemic?
No, it was like a romance, like Last Summer or Cruel Summer or like something like this, something to do with summer. That one sucked. Yeah.
It was that memorable.
It was so good. Anyway, my point is I need to start watching. I watched Lady Bird last night, guys. And I went on to look at like people's reviews on YouTube because I've heard a lot of people talk this movie up, and I didn't enjoy it. I thought it was okay, but everybody talks it up like it's the best coming of age movie. And I was like, I did not connect with this at all. Like, is this a cultural thing? Like, is it because I'm not American? Is it because I didn't have a broken relationship with my mum? Like, I could not connect to this movie at all. And I mean, the acting was fantastic, but I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, what am I not getting? I asked my buddy Tyrone, I asked a few group chats that I'm in, and everyone's like, and they kind of like explained the plot, and I'm like, I get it. I get what happened. I just don't feel anything from it at all.
Click with it.
Yeah. So have you guys seen that?
I have not, because I haven't been interested in it personally.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's like, if I had have watched it when I was coming of age, maybe it would have been different. I'm not quite sure, but I just watched it last night, and I was like, she's like bratty and gets what she wants and entitled.
Really annoying in the trailers. I didn't like her in the trailers. So.
Yeah. And like, I get it. It's a coming of age and she's learning and to grow into herself and things, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that most people are like that, but maybe she was. Okay, cool. I don't like it. Anyway.
What did you think about it, Mike?
Oh, good. So I've only seen it once, and I saw it in the cinema when it was originally on. I remember enjoying the movie. I don't think it's like you, Jamie. I don't think it's like the best coming of age story or anything like that. I thought at the time it was cool. You know, I liked the movie. But yeah, I can't really add more because I haven't seen it since then. I think it's been 5-6 years now.
It's been a bit, yes.
Yeah, I think it was like 2017, wasn't it? Or 16 maybe.
I think it was after. I know it was after my son started working at the theater, so at least 2017 and later.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah. 17. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and it says comedy drama, and I'm like, I don't think I laughed like at all. Ever. Like, I'm trying to think.
Wow.
To be fair, though, I've got like a really dumb sense of humor. Like, yeah, very, very laugh at inappropriate and stupid shit, and I didn't think there was any inappropriate or stupid shit in that.
The roast of Jamie is back, everyone. Welcome to Z Talk.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
That's all right. It's been a while, hasn't it?
But yeah, well, firstly, I just want to say, link to Sane's channel, Sane's Corner, and Jamie's channel in the front row is down below in the description box. Go subscribe to both ladies. Awesome channels. We are going to have Ryan and Dee join us a little bit later. They're working at the moment. Well, they're at work, apparently. We don't know what they're doing.
Dee's probably, he's probably got to rush home to jump on the live stream. Then he might have 1,000 technical issues happening. It seems to plague him.
Right. But I appreciate you both for joining me, though. And we've got a massive amount of comments. I don't think we'll get through them all, but we can try. I've got a couple here. So Jason's in Europe at the moment, but he says, I can't believe
we know.
he has Mr. Z Talks dedication. Absolutely. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it, my friend. And I say, I hope you and your mum's having a great holiday as well.
Yeah, we're very jealous of the pics. Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Every day there's a group of pics, and I'm like, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I wish I was there.
Right.
It's great.
All these vlogs he's doing on his channel and stuff like that. Some beautiful scenery he's seen in Austria. So go subscribe to Jason the Old Millennial as well. Great guy. We've got Jake Talks Movie saying, I spoke to my brother-in-law and he's on the mend, which has lifted my spirits. Well, that's awesome, man. Don't know what's going on with your brother-in-law, but I hope he's okay. Definitely. Jason says, I would take The Room and recast all the characters and take out all the sex scenes. Maybe put Nick Cage in it and have it come up and make it a weird comedy.
Isn't it already a kind of?
I was about to say, isn't that what it is anyway?
I think unintentionally.
Isn't it a big joke?
I don't think that was intentional.
It's definitely unintentional comedy, yeah. But if you watch it now, it's definitely just a joke. Yeah.
I didn't even know. I haven't seen it. I've just heard of it so many times. I didn't know there were sex scenes in it. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord.
Sin is about 4.
Oh gosh. How cringy are those?
Bad. Bad. Let's put it this way. It's got Tommy Wiseau and Lisa, right? The romantic couple.
Uh-huh.
To start this scene off, they're having a pillow fight.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
I believe you.
The Psychedelic Force asks, what are some of your favorite films of the year so far?
I have a list. I have a letterbox list I've been creating. So
I know very quickly Jamie's number 1 is Ghosted, followed by Your Place of Mine, right?
Followed by Shotgun Wedding, and what was the other trash thing I watched the other week? Oh, guys, honestly, I remember coming on your stream, Mike, and talking about that. I don't even know. Like, I want to say Spanish or some sort of love movie. I still haven't fucking finished it. How many weeks has that been? It is so terrible that I literally don't even want to go back. It's that bad.
What is this movie again? Sorry, I blinked out.
I think it was
talking about
My Fault.
Was it talking about like a brother and sister in love or something? Like some
yes, yes, incesting. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no,
hard pass.
I'm okay.
Hard pass.
It was, and it's like promoted all over Prime or Netflix or whatever it is. And there's so many people in the comments like love and like it was like After. And I thought, well, I liked the first After. You know, like there's toxic relationships, but I'm on board with watching that sort of crap if it's nighttime and I'm in the mood. And this was just horrible, really horrible. think it was called My Fault.
But I remember, Jamie, after we did that live stream, like a couple of weeks later, I signed up for Amazon Prime. And that
Good
movie
job.
was smack bang right on the home page. I was like,
Right? They promote the shit out of it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So it's called My Fault. Yeah. Ooh, fun time. Anyway, I still haven't finished it. But yeah, that's top of my list for sure.
So, Jamie, what is actually on top of your list of the year so far?
Personally, Barbie, but that is purely for like personal reasons because that was really close to my heart, that movie. And it meant a lot for me for that movie to even come out. So I would say that, but second, Guardians, because I just thought that movie was perfect in every way. Like I couldn't fault that movie at all, Guardians. So yeah, it's a tie for them, really.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome choices. Yeah, I've checked out Barbie. I enjoyed it as well. So I haven't seen your review because I just watched it not long ago. So I'm going to check it out. But no, great pick. Sin, what's some of your favorites for the year?
Oh, I have a top 10 list already. I started creating it so I wouldn't forget when it comes time to do, the end of the year, my favorites of 2023.
Right.
My top few are The Covenant. I still love that movie so much. And Sound of Freedom, which I thought was very powerful. And Extraction 2, which kept me absolutely on the edge of my seat, and I had to pause it sometimes, take a break from the action because I was getting so wound up. And then Spider-Man, Guardians, and there's some others, but those are like my top 5 so far.
And John Wick 4?
Oh, that's like actually on my top worst list. It might even be number 1 because of how angry it made me.
Which is so interesting because I'm pretty sure you and Jace were like two of the top people that were like, I'm so excited for this. And then after you watched it, you both were like, no.
Well,
you both didn't enjoy it.
I wasn't going to see it. And then I was on this live stream. And
it's all your fault, Mike. Look at what you do.
And there were so many people that loved it and talked about how great it was. So I made the last minute decision to go see it right like after the live stream was done. Because I was like, I'm not going to see it. I didn't like number 3. And I felt like with number 3, I'm done with this franchise. So I went to go see it. And then I was just I ranted about that movie the entire drive home with my son. My poor son was the sounding board of everything that would just spring to my mind. And I just, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I wasn't excited about it. But I was optimistic because I'd heard good things. But I don't think I should always trust people sometimes.
I'm the opposite, Sin. I should trust people. I should listen to you.
Go watch Warrior.
Right? Far out. And I'd like to promise I'm going to watch it this weekend, but I know in the back of my mind, I'm like,
I'm not going to believe you.
Yeah.
You promised that before.
Yeah. I'm just going to watch it one day and then surprise you with, guess what? I watched this.
That's I want to see, like, if you like it enough, I'd love to see a review if you feel so inclined. So
yeah. Yep. The thing is, and I know I make this excuse a lot, but the thing is the time. Like, as I said, I've watched that stupid crap one, or half watched technically, but I've watched a few movies and I'm like, I don't have the time to review it before the next thing is coming out, and things that I've committed to, like, to do these like early screeners and things that you you have to do the reviews for. So it's like sometimes I can't. I'm so backlogged, like.
No, I get it. I totally. Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I have hundreds of movies on my Letterboxd to watch list. So what I started doing was polls on my community tab. Pick my next movie for me, because sometimes there's so much to choose from, you don't even hardly know what to pick. And so the winner of the poll is like, okay, that one gets moved up towards the top. Now, obviously, I still go to the movies and do those reviews, but like this movie, it's getting my prime attention when I'm at home and watching stuff. That's what I'm going to focus on. So that has helped a little.
I think I just need someone to look after my 4-year-old, and then I'll be fine.
There you go.
Weekend free, guys. I'll smash it out.
Hey. Yeah, no, I get. Yeah, no, by the way, Sin, I will say I've been liking those polls as well. I did vote for Antlers, by the way. So
okay, I started it. I've been working my way through it. I learned something new, something interesting yesterday when I was watching it.
Okay.
Well, it was. So I'm watching it, and the main character's brother is a police officer.
Oh,
And
with the American flag.
the flag, and for some reason, I only just now noticed how many movies have I seen with police officers and army people, and the flag. I'm like, is the camera? Because you know how the camera can flip
Mirrored,
things.
yeah.
I'm like, is this going on? Like, why? What is going on? Why is that flag backwards? So I just did a search and found out why, and I was like, that is so interesting. Now I learned something new today. You learned something new.
So why is it backwards?
Oh, sorry. I assumed everybody else knew but me. Like I was the one that was like, it's because it signifies like the blue part of the flag with the stars and the blue area is supposed to signify. I'm going to paraphrase. Supposed to signify heading forward, heading first, going into the danger. And if it was turned around, it would mean they're retreating. So, the police officers, first responders, military people, they're like the ones going in towards the danger. So that's what that signifies. Something along those lines, anyway.
Wow.
Had no idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah, deep meanings. Okay.
Right. Gee. I'm going to have to look out for that more often then.
You'll notice it now. Now I'll notice it all over the place, but I never noticed it before until last night when I was watching some more of Antlers. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh, awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing your review on Antlers as well.
Oh, yeah. I look forward to... Well, it's... That little kid. Have you seen it? You've seen it, though. If you voted for it, that means you've seen it, right? Oh,
I saw it in the cinemas, yeah.
I wish I had gone to see it. Now, I might hate it. I don't know. I've seen reviews of it, so I have no idea. But that little boy, he is so good.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so impressed with just that alone. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I'll wait to hear your review.
Okay.
I'm excited. But no, great picks from both of you, though, in terms of favourite movies of the year. I think it's tough, right? Because obviously there's still many movies to come out left for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So far, I'll just give one example. For me, it was A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks. Really enjoyed that movie. Made me cry. So that's one of my top ones for the year.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything else because I don't want to give away my top list at the end of the year. So
why does it feel like that movie was like last year, but that was earlier this year, wasn't it? A Man Called Otto?
Yeah, so I think technically it came out last year, like end of last year in America.
Okay.
But in the UK, we didn't get to like early January.
Okay,
I got it.
Mike, don't start me on how late our releases are. My friend Tyler, he watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like 2 weeks ago because he got a screener, and I looked it up because I was like, oh, I haven't got a screener for that. Like, why haven't I got anything? Not that it matters, but anyway. And then I looked it up, and we don't get it till late September. I was like, what? And then everybody is watching this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm like, man, I gotta wait 2 months for this. Come on. So it really sucks. Same with I remember when you watch Sisu, is that how you pronounce it? Sisu? Yeah. When you watch that Sin, and I was like, oh, we don't get that. And even now, it's just come out recently at the end of last month, but I got screener for it a while back, so I watched it. But even that we didn't get until literally last month. So I was like,
that's crazy how much they stagger these different releases, and I don't understand. Sometimes the UK will get things a bit before we do.
Yeah, it's so strange.
I don't
considering
get it.
It's the same studio that's putting it out. Like,
right.
what does the different region have anything to do? Maybe it's money. I don't know. What do I know about business shit?
It might have something to do with timing of revenue or so. I don't know, but you'd think they'd want it to just go out all at once. Don't ask me. No clue. I think it's silly. I think it would be best if everybody could enjoy it at about the same time, because by the time you guys get it, like, let's say if there's something you have such high anticipation for and there's this big delay, in the meantime, it's going to be really hard to avoid any sort of spoilers or things like that.
Yeah.
So that's annoying.
That's one of the reasons why I don't often accept a lot of my early screeners. Like, I get a lot, but like we got Android City, was it? Or Asteroid City, something, whatever that one was. We got quite early. And it's so far away. Like, it's about an hour and a half to get to the early screener place where they send you to. And I have to find a babysitter. And there's so many struggles that I have to go to do it. And I'm like, is it even worth me getting an early screener if half of the world has already seen it apart from my country? Like, is it worth me going to all the effort? So yeah, sometimes I knock it back. But Barbie, I messaged the lady and I was like, this is the quickest I've ever responded to a bloody screener. Do you want Barbie? Yes. That's great. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't blame you though, Jim. No, I don't blame you though. You're right though. If there's a movie already out so far, like already, I don't blame you for not accepting the early screener.
If it's something that I would enjoy watching, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I want to watch that. But if it's something like Sisu, like I'll watch it if I watch it, sort of thing. It's not like, oh, I want to go watch that, I have to go watch it, sort of thing,
Right.
So it's very selective.
Yeah, I get that. Well, actually, speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Psychedelic was asked for
no spoilers,
Teenage
please.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it came out on Monday here in the UK, but I've been working the last 4 days, so I haven't had time to see it. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Sin, have you seen this one yet?
No, I'm not. I don't plan to watch it.
No?
No interest at all.
No, that's fair. I'm surprised. I thought you'd be into something like that.
No, it's one of those things where it's so like number one, I'm not crazy about the animation style.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they did changes that they just keep doing this sort of stuff and it just gets under my skin, and sometimes I'm like, yep, nope, not interested. So I decided not to. But I'm not super into it anyway. Then the turtles are okay. They're just not on up there. So that's probably part of it as well. Sorry, Jamie, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I saw 2 reviews on it and they were very mixed. They were like, it was all right. It wasn't anything to rave about. But after I watched those 2 reviews, I heard that Paramount had signed up for a sequel to it. So a sequel to the movie, but in a TV series, and it's signed on for 2 seasons. So I'm like, wow, that's very quick to be, yes, go, go, go.
Right.
I mean, nothing's happening at the moment, obviously. But when all that gets resolved, that's on the cards, apparently.
Maybe sometimes I wonder when they say stuff like that. I wonder if they say these things just to generate hype and interest. Because you remember when they were getting rid of Henry Cavill in The Witcher, and they're like, oh, The Witcher 4 is going to have Liam Hemsworth, and it's going to be 2 more seasons, and people are like, that's dumb. Nobody's going to watch it once Henry Cavill's gone, especially if Liam's supposed to be playing Geralt. And so now we're hearing seasons 4 and 5 are kind of put on hold or delayed. Well, did you honestly think people were going to be interested when they knew that Cavill was leaving?
Right.
And he left on a blah note. Season 3 was just meh. Have you seen it yet? The Witcher?
I haven't seen any of it.
Sorry, y'all probably aren't even interested. Okay.
Yeah. I'm interested in the Henry Cavill part, but yeah. No.
Well, I mean, he's great. That's the only reason I watched season 3. The first season I really enjoyed a lot.
Yeah.
Season 2 was okay, and the season 3 was kind of like I just watched it for Cavill. But not even he could save it.
I've heard about the season sin with like Anthony Perez. I know he reviewed them and stuff, so I've been watching like his ones, but no, I've not seen it. No.
I had so much excitement when the first season came out. I would stop my work in the middle of the day to watch an episode and film a review or analysis or whatever of because I was so new to this whole world. I knew of The Witcher, but didn't know anything about it. And I was just so hyped. And then season 2 came around. I just watched it and never even bothered to do a review. Same for season 3. That was just how underwhelming it was, unfortunately.
Well, it sucks when you spend all that time into a TV show.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And Jamie can definitely, understand that. Spending time on a TV show and you find that, it sucks along the way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit up in arms at the moment because apparently, and I haven't watched the first 10 minutes of it, but it is out there to watch the new Daryl Dixon series. And that's my least anticipated. Like out of the 3 that, one's come out now, but out of the 3 that were coming out, that was my least anticipated. And now I saw some things, and I could be wrong. I could be just speculating on what I saw, but it was a little girl who is immune to the virus or the zombies or whatnot. And yeah, just the way that they sort of set up these shots and things, it was very The Last of Us. And I was like, please don't piggyback off that success. That was great, but you're great in your own way as well. And you started this, in my opinion anyway, this zombie kick with the series. So we don't need that. A cure's great. And, Fear the Walking Dead's touched on a cure and things like this, but just the fact that they were, having this child who is immune and this man who's caring for the child. There was so many parallels that I was like, we don't need to do this. I don't want you to do this. So I really hope that they're not going to go down that path. I don't know why we were talking about why I brought up The Walking Dead. Sorry, guys. What was the question?
TV shows like that you were interested, that were good or you liked, and then you just didn't like them as much as they went on.
Yeah, well, I've got a feeling that if they follow that path, that I'm not going to like that. I just feel like it's piggybacking off something else. And
Sounds
I don't
like
that
it.
idea.
Yeah, when you started talking about that, that's the first thing I thought of was The Last of Us.
Right.
Anyway, we'll see.
And it probably doesn't need to do that either, you know, it can be its own thing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, watching the trailer, it's really beautiful. They're in France and you see these beautiful landscapes and things that, you know, historically are really interesting, and you could really explore all that. So it's like, okay, yeah, we can explore a cure too, but it just seems very convenient that it happens to be exactly like something we've seen before.
You say they're in France?
Yeah.
Daryl Dixon ended up. Okay. I'm like so far behind. How did he end up in France?
This is another thing that pissed me off too, and I feel so bad hating on my beloved franchise. But so what we see in the teaser is Daryl strapped to a boat that is flipped upside down, and he is literally in the middle of the ocean. So there's no island, there's no anything remotely close. He's just flipped over on this boat, tied to it, might I add, and he's just floating along. And that was the teaser. It was 30 seconds of that. I was like, nah.
That's how he ends up there? Just
no, how did we get from America all the way to France with Daryl on a boat? No sharks ate him. No sun.
And he didn't die of dehydration or starvation?
Right? Yep. So people are saying, oh, well, maybe he was captured and he was on like a cruise ship and they kicked him off. And I'm like, still, he traveled from wherever the hell he is in the ocean to France and survived that when there's zombies. As you said, dehydration, starvation, sharks, any of the many things that could kill a normal person.
Wow.
But
goodness. Okay.
They're going to need a very good explanation for that one.
Oh, honestly.
Absolutely.
I love my franchise, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my best to defend that.
That sounds like it's over before it started, to be honest.
I feel like
No, they're going to get people watching it, and they're going to continue. Like, it's already signed up for season 2. Again, this could be the hype thing that you talked about. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Oh, is he froze? Oh, there he is. I thought he froze for a second. Yeah, hey, Ryan. Thanks for joining, man. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Yep.
Doing good.
Awesome,
hey,
awesome.
And thanks for joining, dude. Appreciate it as well.
Yeah, man. I always appreciate the invite.
And you just finished work, right?
Yeah, dude. Just got home in the nick of time. Never know with traffic, man.
Dedication right there. Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah. It was either he's coming back from the cinema or he's coming from work, because both he's dedicated to.
Seriously, those are my two things right there.
Yeah, your two homes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just want to say to everyone as well, link to Ryan's channels down below in the description box as well. RWR Movie Reviews. Go check them out. And also Sin and Jimmy Lee as well. And D, he could be here. We're not too sure. Don't know what's going on. But we'll soon start to see. We've got a comment from Jake Talks Movie. Says, I'm excited to start film school next week. Getting the chance to make my own film.
That's super cool.
Oh, that's very exciting.
That's awesome, man. Certainly keep us updated as your progress goes along. Let us know what's going on.
Please do.
We've got Elliot from IMO. So, hey, Elliot.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, everyone. Just wanted to pop in before I head out. I think he's going to a birthday meal tonight, so I hope you enjoyed. He says, hope you all have a good stream. What was your favorite video game? Okay. Ryan, do you play video games?
I have an Xbox and a Switch, to be honest with you, though. The wife and the kid took over that. And then, you know, I play a variety of stuff. I mean, I grew up playing a lot of sports games and stuff like that. But I'll play like Grand Theft Auto. I'm trying to think what else that I've played recently. I used to play a lot of stuff on like the Super Nintendo growing up as a kid. You know, like I think I played like the Toy Story game or something like that. I played most of the systems, but like pretty much now, like it's just like Xbox and then maybe a little Switch. But I don't really have like a particular game I go to, I should say.
Yeah, I get you, and definitely a different mix of games and consoles and stuff, then obviously you don't get a chance to play them much nowadays, as you said. So,
Yeah.
Whereas we've got Jamie, who is an avid gamer.
Well,
Well,
I
used
enjoy
to
playing
be.
games, but again, the time thing is the thing. Like I purchased the other day Dead Island 2, and I don't know if you can see, it's literally still in the wrapper. Like I still haven't even taken it out, and I bought it like a week or two ago now. Like, time.
Don't feel bad. Half my movies are in the wrappers.
Same with Mike. Last time I came on, Mike's like, "Wait, I have that movie. Here it is." And it was still wrapped up. I can't remember what it was.
I've still got quite a few in the wrapper, yeah.
Oh, honestly, it's so funny, hey? Too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jamie,
anyway.
what would you say is your favorite video game if you had to pick one?
Yeah, I love 7 Days to Die. It's post-apocalyptic. Yeah, there's zombies and stuff, which is cool, but I really like you create the base. You know, you have to survive, cook food and create weapons, but the base building is something that I really enjoyed. Yeah, it's kind of like Minecraft, but like good, like good graphics, and not that Minecraft's for children. Like I like Minecraft as well, but it's really cool. Base building and surviving, and yeah, that one's really cool. That's my favorite, but I've got lots that I like. Dead Island 1 was great. Far Cry 5, that's another one of my favorite ones. The Cult one. Far Cry's are really good. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I've heard
I don't know how many you want me to pick.
It's all good. I've heard of 7 Ways to Die there, but I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I've heard of it though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
And Far Cry and Dead Island stuff, haven't played them either though, so.
Yeah, a lot of them. Like zombie games I enjoy, but it depends on the mood. Like if there's a bunch of people and they want to play multiplayer, like we'll jump on and play Fortnite or something just chill. But 7 Days to Die is if I'm alone, like I can be in any mood and I'll want to play that. You know, like you can go and kill things, but you can also create things. So it's a chill game for me.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check it out. Hopefully it'll be on PlayStation for free, and I'll check it out.
Yeah, you never know.
Sin, do you play video games?
Not much, and when I do, it's mostly PC stuff. But I do have a favorite. It's an old one. It's Gabriel Knight. I love Gabriel Knight. It's a point-and-click adventure mystery story. I got hooked on the first one so hard. It was and voice acting was great in there. It had Mark Hamill doing one of the characters. And then they came out with a 2, which was included basically live actors performing as you commanded them, whatever what you told them to do as far as the game went, they would perform it. I really liked that one too. That had to do with werewolves. The third one not so much, but the first definitely holds a soft spot in my heart. And they remastered it, redid it, and the graphics are all different now. And they had to redo all of the voice acting because something weird happened with the files, and like they got lost or burned or something happened and so they had to just redo everything. But yeah, that's my favorite. Point and click adventure mystery type stuff. That's what I gravitate towards the most.
That sounds interesting, especially Mark Hamill doing the voice. That's pretty cool.
He did really good. He did a character, a detective. His name was Mosley, I believe. But in the remastered version, I don't think they used him. As a character also who did like the secretary or lady that kept the bookshop for Gabriel Knight, that was voiced by, I want to say Leah Remini. Is that her name? The girl from King of Queens. She was the voice of that. You probably might know her if you saw her.
I think I know who it is you're talking about, but
yeah,
I'm not sure of her name.
Anyway, it was just fun. Cool mystery. It took place down in New Orleans, and so it had to do with voodoo stuff and magic, and it was just cool. The scenery was cool. The way they recreated different streets from New Orleans and the cemetery was just really, really cool. Whenever I see movies that take place in that area, I always think about Gabriel Knight. And it gives me warm fuzzies.
No, that's awesome. And you said it did a remaster, so is that on like
they
PC,
did.
Xbox?
It's probably on it's on GOG and also probably Steam, I assume. I don't know. It might be also available for like PlayStation. I don't like console games. They give me a little bit of like, they make my head hurt because of the way the screen goes. I just don't like that type. So that's why I prefer the PC point and click. But they might have it. on a available for console. I know they have Broken Sword. They had that available for Wii, and that's also another favorite of mine.
Okay, that's awesome. Never heard of these games, to be honest.
Yeah,
so,
no, because you're probably like you're probably more into the console games, and people look at me sideways when I say I like to point and click PCs. They're like, "You're so old and so boring."
No, everyone has their own tastes. So it's all good.
Exactly.
In terms of favorite video games, so I would say favorite video game series is. Have you guys ever played the Yakuza series? Basically, kind of just like a Japanese GTA, so to say. Good fun. Oh, God of War series. I love God of War as well.
All right.
Did you play Twisted Metal, Mike?
No.
Okay.
No, is it
Anyone
good?
else? I've never played it, but I watched the series and I had a blast. We binged it in 2 days. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's a series? Like a TV series?
Yeah, it started as a game, obviously, but they've turned it into a TV series now. And it stars Anthony Mackie. I can't remember the girl from Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was going to say Burning Brooklyn.
Oh, yes.
I can't remember her name. But there's a pretty good cast in there. And a lot of the game players that I have spoke to who've played the game were like, the series is trash. Like, they've really talked negatively of this series. But as somebody who hasn't played the game, I had a lot of fun with it. It was really good.
What's the premise? What's it about?
Well, it's in a post-apocalyptic world, and there's a milkman, and he makes these deliveries to places, and he gets sent on one delivery, which is like halfway across the country, and he goes and meets all these other characters who sometimes help him and sometimes don't, to make this one massive delivery that's going to change his life forever. But does it change his life forever? And it's really good. It's really fun. Yeah. I watched the trailer and I was like, no fucking way. There's a clown in it. And I got forced to watch one episode and then I enjoyed it. I really liked it.
Where is it available?
Prime Video.
I think it's a Peacock.
No, it's Peacock.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peacock.
Yeah, which is our stand. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I heard about the series, but I didn't know it was out yet, so that's cool enough.
Anthony Mackie is really good in it. I've watched him in a lot, and obviously he's going to be our new Cap, but he's just so funny in it. And I don't know, he just fits that role to me. Really witty and just fun. So much fun. It's good.
No, it's good to know. He's a good actor as well, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, great actor. Yeah. Try it. Watch an ep and see if you like it, if you've got Peacock.
No, we don't have that in the UK.
Oh,
I don't know if we have like an equivalent. You guys in America have everything.
Yeah, I have Peacock until like the end of the year, because like on Black Friday they were selling like a whole year's worth for maybe $20 or something.
Wow.
So I got it. So I'm gonna go put it in my to watch list right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
They've been getting a lot of stuff.
Do you have Peacock?
I used to. I got rid of it, but I probably will end up getting it back because I think there's some sports stuff that I think for like football or something with football season. So I may have it for a few months or something. It's just with me, like it doesn't make sense to have a lot of streaming services because I got all the movies I want to watch, man. Plus new releases, YouTube. Why do I need all those streaming services? Don't need.
There's so much. There's so much. I swear.
The thing is half the stuff they put on there on half the streaming services, I'll get a list going. By the time I go back to it, it's wiped out because I haven't gotten to it in time, you know?
Yep.
So.
Yep. The struggles, hey.
Right.
Right. You're right, though. There's that much content. It's hard to get to it, really.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I get that. I've got Psychedelic Fuzz asking, what's your thoughts on Mark Kermode, and other movie critics?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him either.
Yeah, I don't watch that sort of stuff. I don't watch people. The only people that I watch is new rock stars, and I go to them if I'm like, well, how did this link up with this? And that's the only people that I watch. That's a critic, I would say.
Yeah,
I don't really watch a lot of big YouTubers or any really big critics, really. I think there's like one that I do watch that's a little bit bigger on YouTube. They're called Fish and Jelly. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I've never heard of them.
But they're like a gay couple, and they do really good.
Oh,
job.
I have. But a lot of their stuff I don't watch because they do a lot of spoiler reviews.
Yeah, I don't watch it until
I
I've
avoid...
seen it.
Yeah,
just in case, But their commentary is always funny. So
yeah,
I watch their stuff, but I don't really watch a lot of big YouTubers like Stockman. I don't watch any of them.
Yeah,
I watch you guys. I watch all you smaller YouTubers like myself.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You are the best.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, you're so supportive. That's great.
I was literally about to say the same thing, Ryan. Like, I don't watch the big people either. I just like watch you guys, and I support, like you see, Ryan. Like, I support the YouTubers like ourselves.
Yeah,
I feel like you get more realistic takes from you guys. So as I find, whereas I feel like Stuckman's, like, sometimes not saying just Stuckman, but other ones just like, oh yeah, this is amazing, and it's terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know if they paid to maybe say it's great, So I'm just like, nah.
I like Jeremy Johns. I probably watch him more. I don't watch them a lot, definitely not as much as I used to. But I used to watch Stuckman all the time, and then Jeremy Johns. But I don't watch them as much anymore. Probably when a movie comes out, I'll watch like you guys, exactly like you guys. I'd rather watch one of y'all's videos than one of theirs. So, but yeah, those are the only two I sometimes Flick Pick, but it's been a while since I've seen one of his.
It doesn't post a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nah. I know he got a full-time job recently, so it might be why.
Well, yeah. Okay, so that, all right, yeah. No, he's definitely not. He used to be bigger or definitely more kind of out there. But I don't know, something happened with him and Chris Stuckman, and I don't know if that affected his channel or what. I don't know.
Interesting.
Never find out.
Yeah, probably not.
Nah. No, Rant's got a comment, and this was from earlier on, so this is how far behind, but it's like saying hello, lads, but basically, hello to everyone. Has anyone pre-ordered the new Hellraiser set?
No. I've never seen any of them, so.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, never seen any of them.
Wow. Okay. So you won't be pre-ordering a new set, I'm assuming?
No.
Might be a safe assumption.
Honestly, you've seen my hauls, and they're pretty bad lately as far as how much stuff I've had, but I'm kind of getting into more of not blind buying as much stuff because I'm finding there's some things I'm like, yeah, I just don't know if I'll watch this again. So I just don't want to. I kind of want to watch stuff before I buy it for most stuff coming up. But I mean, I'll still do a blind buy here or there. But
one quick plug I'm going to say. I know I'm promoting all you guys, and I really want everyone to check you guys out. But very quick for Ryan, right? Every month he's going to do a whole video, be like, right guys, this is what I picked up. Next month, don't expect so much though. I'm going to relax a little bit. And the next haul is bigger than the last one.
It's terrible. I'm telling you, I seriously plan out to not get as much stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have this. I don't have this. So, and then like I've been doing a lot of the stuff that I got this past month. I did upgrades, and then my sister and her husband, they were giving away all these movies. I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take them.
Exactly.
And then next month you'll see Ryan with the Hellraiser box. You'll be like, hey, great.
I know I said I wasn't gonna get it, but it was only $10.
Exactly, that's what happens. I say that,
Now you know how your wife feels, Ryan, when she comes home with another whatever she wants to buy. It was only this much, honey.
So
now
my
you
wife,
know.
So this is funny, but my wife collects, I don't know if you guys have them in Australia or UK, but she likes to collect the Starbucks cups, like the big tall ones or whatever, like they all have the designs on them. And then she also likes to collect the state cups. You guys obviously wouldn't have them over there, I don't believe, but all the United States cups, whenever if like we visit a state or something like that, she likes to collect those as well. So she's into collecting cups. That's her big thing.
Yeah. So you can't growl her when she spends money on another cup.
No, usually her cups are cheaper than my movies. So.
Well, I have to say though, like I'm not a collector, as we all know, but I was not regretting it, but thinking, oh man, maybe I should have started something like that, because I don't know if you guys know, but here in Australia, Disney have only Disney at the moment. I don't know about any other studio, but they've pulled physical media from our shelves in Australia. So Guardians will be the last thing that you can actually purchase on DVD. Not that I purchase DVDs, so it's not going to affect me, but I think about the people who do collect, and I'm like, man, they are literally forcing us to join their streaming services. They're saying you're not going to be able to watch this stuff unless you have it at home, unless you come to us and pay us money. So I feel really like manipulated, even though it doesn't affect me at the moment, but I feel like Australians, and I'm sure it will be the rest of the world eventually, they're just testing us little guinea pigs over here. But I was really shocked by that. Like, wow, okay.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I get a lot of my favorite stuff. Like, I'm preparing because I know there's going to be one day where Disney is going to do like $25 for a membership, and I'm going to go, I'm canceling, and I'm going to buy all my favorite movies that I want, so I don't have to worry about, that situation, because I know for some, like, they rely on streaming. But then there's the other thing that I don't like is, like, they give you the digital codes with it, but some of the companies are taking the codes, like, from whatever app you're using to download them, and they're taking them away. So I don't like digital either with that. So I would just rather have the physical. So, if I really like it, I'm going to go out and buy it. So that's the way I look at it. But, I get it. It's expensive habit, and not everybody can do that. So I get it.
Yeah. One of my friends who's also a collector was saying that other positive to that, Ryan, is, again, it doesn't affect me, but if the power goes out and you guys have like hurricanes and things like that, he plugs the generator in and he can watch his DVD compared to how much usage of power it would be to run, the internet, the streaming service, the TV, all these things off the generator. So that's another positive for
or even just the internet itself going out, which has happened quite a bit. We've lost internet for days. And it's like, well, what are we gonna do? Okay, let's pull out some All in the Family DVDs or some movie or something. So at least we have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, great. And I've got to say, Jamie, I think they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot really with this decision.
I don't think they are. I think they're thinking smart and thinking about, it's not smart, but they're thinking about money, and it's going to benefit them in the long run because it's going to make them money. So that sense is smart. But I really do feel like, for example, people like my mum. My mum's like, I'm going to have to sign up to Disney, things like this. That's just their go-to assumption. Isn't let's go buy DVDs. It's let's go do the one thing that they want us to do, so you're sort of forced into a box, really.
They're going to have a lot of pirates on their hands because people are going to just go to the pirate sites. That's what a lot of, even more people, I think, will do that now.
Yeah.
Because they'll just probably refuse. I just refuse, to buy this membership just because you want me to see it. So.
Yeah, well, you've got two people, don't you? You've got the ones that just submit, like people like my mum who are like, oh, I don't know, just pay for it. And then the people who are like, fuck them, like they're not taking my extra money and, as you said, go pirate. So.
Yeah, I was about to say you'll get those people who'll be refusing to sign up.
I mean, they're losing a lot of subscribers, I believe, here in North America. Unless it's just across the whole world. I've been seeing news reports about Disney is not doing so great as far as, their stock is down, their subscriber base is down for Disney Plus, and Netflix was doing something also, forcing people to get their own account. Like, you can't share your account anymore like you used to be able to, before they were promoting that, sharing a password is love and all that nonsense. And then they come and they do this, and it's like they're hemorrhaging money, so they're trying to find all these ways to get as much as they can. But I think it might backfire on them. I guess we'll see.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, just before we carry on the conversation, we've got our final guest of the night.
It
is the one, the only, the movie man.
So late. We've been waiting, D. We couldn't get started.
Oh.
You just wanted to make the grand entrance, didn't you, D?
Of course, absolutely.
Blending in with the background as well. I love it.
Of course, yes. Have to coordinate.
How are you doing, D?
I am good. Quite the hectic journey from work, but I made it, so all is well. I'm good.
Well, great to have you as always, and lovely to see you again as well. So glad you're doing well. Thank you for joining as well.
Definitely.
And the link to Dee's channel is also down below in the description box as well. So please go check out Dee's channel. So Dee, question what we had from Noran is: are you going to be pre-ordering the Hellraiser set?
Well, I feel like Right. I need to watch some more, but I enjoyed the first two. I need to see the third one to be certain. I think once I see all three, then I'll know. But I definitely enjoyed the first. Second one's a little. I don't want to say a step down. It's just a different vibe from the first. But yeah, Hellraiser is probably one of my. I would say it's up there as far as horror for me because of how unique and interesting the concept is, and it explores horror in a completely different way that these other franchises does. So yeah, I'd be open to it definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I love the first one. Ryan, the practical effects in the first one's fantastic.
Yeah,
so good. I'll comment on the second one in a second, but Sin didn't leave you out. Are you going to be pre-ordering Hellraiser?
Oh no, I won't. No, I mean I enjoyed the first. It's okay. It's not my top horror type of thing because I'm not as into supernatural horror as maybe other types of horror, but it's okay. I didn't outright hate it when I watched it. It was just like okay, but no, I probably won't be. I definitely won't be buying. Not probably. I definitely won't be.
Probably, definitely.
Probably definitely won't be buying.
and of course, Jamie being a huge horror fan.
Massive,
right?
Massive. Actually, I should plug here. There's two Australian twins, and they recently made Talk to Me, which everybody seems to be watching it.
Yes,
did you watch it? Did you
like
it?
I saw an advanced screener of that a few weeks ago, and the directors came on there because I was like, wow. I wonder if it's going to be Talk to Me. I have a feeling. And then the two directors came on, and I'm like, wait, well, these are Aussies, so I don't know what this is going to. And then they said Talk to Me, and I'm like,
don't know how good it's going to be.
They were like, thank you for coming. You're among the first to see it. And I had no idea this was an Aussie film. I'd seen the trailer, but as I said in my review, it just completely just blipped right over my head that they were Australian. I like that movie. I thought it was good. And I'm waiting to hear Dee's thoughts on it whenever he gets around to it.
Yes, Sin is the one single-handedly pushing me to go see it, but I'm going to. I definitely.
Well, now you've got two hands pushing you, Dee, or four technically. But
have you seen it yet, Jamie? Have you seen it?
No, I'm not a horror person. But I was tempted to because there's a lot of good talk about it. But the other night, Jace was like, "Oh, do you want to watch From?" And he's like, "It looks like I forget what show he said." Oh, he said something that I would watch. Maybe it was Stranger Things or something. And I was like, okay, let's put the trailer on. And we put the trailer on and it started this lullaby of, I can't even remember what the song was, but some creepy kid's lullaby. And I was like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. And the further we got into the trailer, I was like, no, this isn't for me. And then there's a lady at the window and then the girl, I'm assuming it was the girl's blood. There's blood all over the child's room. And I was like, okay, turn it off now. I'm done. So just the trailer I was scared from. So yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to go watch Talk to Me.
Okay. Yes. It's disturbing. There's some shocking imagery in there. And I don't. It wasn't. I don't feel like it was gratuitous or anything like that. And it's not like it's that way the whole way through. But just it was very effectively alarming and shocking and jolting when certain things would happen. It affected me in ways that most supernatural types of horror movies don't.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. Also, I thought the acting was really good. I liked it.
Cool. There's been a lot of good talk from it. So yeah I was. And yeah, I like to represent Australia, obviously. So yeah, go watch it, friends. I'm not gonna, but you guys go. Oh dear. Anyway, sorry, Mike.
Yeah, that's all good. So I know Sin's seen it. I know Ryan's seen it. I've seen it. And I think it's just Dee that hasn't as of yet.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Did you do a review, Ryan?
I did post it. Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I didn't remember seeing it. Okay, all right.
Yep, I posted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check it out. Just to add here, so Simon, I've been seeing your comments. Don't worry, I know you've been interacting, but this one I want to read out. He says, Mike spent almost an hour teasing
Simon comes up with all this stuff.
Of course.
It was worth it though, Dee. It was worth it. The tease there was a good payoff in the end.
Right.
You
Wonderful.
came. Oh dear.
He's like,
I'm going
amongst these kids.
Fuck off, Jamie. This is why we don't do streams together.
X-rated Z talks has returned. But no, the legend is here himself. So he is here. But also, we do see have Simon says, Ryan, would I be the first to mention you look like a young Doug Benson?
Oh, okay. I don't know who he is.
I don't either. Let me go look him up. Ryan looks like one of my cousins, actually. So I keep wanting to call him Corey. Sorry.
It's all good.
You just remind me of my cousin Corey. Who is Doug Benson?
Never heard of him.
I don't know. Dee, do you know who Doug Benson is?
Oh, I can see it. I see it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can see it too.
Okay, he's a comedian and a marijuana rights advocate. Of course, Simon would know who he is.
Exactly.
Wow, Ryan really does look like him too.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Ryan, you got to go look him up now.
Oh man, let me look.
That's funny.
I can see a little bit similarities there, for sure.
Yep.
Okay. We've also got Cinematic Tendency in the house. Saying what up? Amen.
Meg too.
So, Ryan, what do you think?
Okay, somewhat. All right.
All right.
All right, I'll take it.
Not a marijuana advocate, though, but you know,
This played it cool. It's all
we'll
good.
play it that way.
We've got. So I'm just trying to get to the comments here. It's all over the place. Yeah, you guys have killed it with the comments tonight. So thank you everyone who's been tuning in. Right, let's have a look. Here we go. We've got from earlier. Sin was coming along as well. We've got Jason saying he was watching Back to the Future 3 in German.
Nice.
The movie still works for me. Nice. Cool. I can imagine that being an experience.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what the dubbing's like, but that would be interesting.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask what the Spanish dubbing was like, but it's probably terrible.
Right.
So
right. We've got for Mike T. Shizzle. This was when it was on the first cast, but basically just saying hello everyone, how are you doing? So hey Mike, hope you're doing well.
Awesome.
Okay, let's have a look. Marvel fan says, "Hey all, apologies, I'm late to the live stream. So hey, hope you're doing well. Live stream. Sorry, I'm late to the live stream. Cobra Kai season 5 is getting a DVD release in the US, but not long until we get hopefully the season 4 and 5 on Blu-ray.
Sounds good.
Okay. Awesome. It'll be cool to see if they do a Cobra Kai set once they've released every season. That'll be interesting.
Especially since Netflix doesn't like to release physical media.
Right.
I don't like to.
Exactly. And more than likely, Jamie's not going to get it here in Australia. So cool, friends. We'll get no physical releases soon. So yay.
Well, you never know. You never know. And then we've got a couple of comments from a couple of conversations we were talking about earlier. One I want to bring up though. Josh says Blue Beetle seems to be dead in the water. Not sure anyone will see it. I'm warned.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite as dead as people think. I don't know. So I don't know if you guys know of Latino Slant. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's really. So he invited me to come on and do a recording with him the other day.
Yes, he did.
And yeah, that was exciting. It was so cool to finally meet him. He's really cool. And we were talking about Blue Beetle, and he was showing the seats for the pre-sales. Like in the first 6 hours, there were multiple theaters he pulled up, and some of them were like already halfway bought.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's over there in California, where there's a pretty big Latino audience. So I think it's going to do really well there. I don't know how well, like there are already some seats that are selling here in my area, not as much obviously, but I'm going to keep my eye on like the weekend seats, because those are selling more than, like, let's say the Thursday previews. You know, because not everybody goes on Thursday. But I'm definitely going, and my brother, he's going to be in town. He's going to come with me, and maybe his kids too. I'm looking forward to it. Also, just because the kid from Cobra Kai, it'd be cool, kind of cool to see him in a different role. So, and the trailer looks fun. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll go check it out. I like George Lopez.
He looks, you know what? We were watching a little featurette. And he always makes fun of how big his head is compared to his body, and boy, it's really evident in that trailer. It's like I thought he was like almost a bobblehead version. You know how the bobbleheads are? I was like, what is wrong with it? Oh yeah, he has said his head is bigger than his body.
Oh my God.
He said that he makes jokes about it. But when I used to watch the George Lopez show, it wasn't so obvious because he was a little bit bigger. I think he's lost quite a bit of weight, and so now it's like really apparent.
Yeah.
Great. Next time I'm watching the trailer, or when we watch the movie, that's all I'm going to be watching now. So this little bobblehead.
Maybe it was just the way they had the angle. I don't know. Just like it startled me. I didn't say anything, but I noticed it when I saw it.
Bobblehead Lopez on the credits.
There we go.
His merch line next will be his little bobbleheads. I love it. Oh.
Ryan will have one of those in his whole videos.
Okay, well, I didn't mean for it to go there. Sorry.
It's all good.
All good.
So yeah, well, Sin's going to check it out. I'm
definitely.
excited to check it out. I think it'll do well, especially with it being like a younger age rating, at least in the UK. I think it will do well and bring more teenage audiences in and stuff. Jamie's been doing trailer reactions to it, so Jamie, I'm assuming you're going to be checking this movie out.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for it, and I think I'm really shocked by Josh saying that because I think there's a really big community for it. Like the director Angel, he's been plugging it. Sholo before all the strike stuff happened, he was plugging it to the Latino community, and I think that community is underrated. Like I don't think people realize that these minorities. They want that representation, and so I think they will really flock to the cinemas to see that. And I'm not just singling out like the Latino community. I'm talking even when Miss Marvel came out, like there was a massive community that really wanted to be represented. I mean, I don't know if they were represented well. That's not my opinion, but there's communities out there that want to see like their likeness on screen represented well. So I think, and I've been excited to see it as a DC fan. Like I was more excited for that than I was the Flash. So, as you said,
it looks better than. I mean, I enjoyed the Flash, but I think this looks like I don't know. It just feels like it's going to be a little bit more solid than it did well on a screening they had in Puerto Rico. I think the director screened it down there, and there was a lot of hype for it. So.
Yeah, cool. And I think the Cobra Kai community, which is a very big community, will get behind Sholo as well. So I think it's definitely going to be not dead. I wouldn't use that descriptive term at all.
I think so.
But,
No, I think especially with James Gunn, as I think we said earlier, like I'm pretty sure James Gunn's acknowledged it's been in his universe, at least somewhere down the line in his actual universe. This is going to be. So if he's supporting it, people already is intrigued what he's going to do with his vision of the DC. So a couple of those fans here. Dee, are you going to be checking out Blue Beetle?
I am. I was going to say that I actually already was familiar, which is rare, but I was already familiar with Blue Beetle because of Teen Titans versus Justice League, and then Teen Titans: The Judas Contract, part of the DC animated universe, and that was my introduction to that character, and I thought he was so cool and so interesting, and just the whole concept of this parasite, which really could lend itself to horror if they decided to go in that direction. But this is something more family friendly. But yeah, so it was actually cool to see a character I actually knew, from the source material on screen. So yeah, I'm definitely excited.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, awesome to hear you, Forster, and you're right. If they decide to go horror route one day, which I'm sure they will, that's Winnie the Pooh, so you never know.
Oh my goodness! Why did you have to remind us about
it? That's bad.
Well, Dee gave us the ideas for horror movies here. There we go, Blue Beetle horror movie.
The Blue Beetle, the way they show it so I don't know much of. I just know the name, the Blue Beetle. I don't know anything about the character. I didn't really. If he showed up in the comics that I read, I don't remember. But what they were showing in the trailer, the scarab, and it gets on his hand, and of course it jumps on his face, and George Lopez screams like a girl. That was hilarious. I love that part. But it reminds me of this Guillermo del Toro movie called Kronos, which had. Have you seen that, Dee?
I might, maybe, but I need to watch again. What happens when when I've seen stuff, but I need to watch in the D Movie Man
To remind you,
style.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is like this scarab. It's like a scarab thing. It's a vampire movie, but the way this character in the film gets the virus is through like this. I think it looks like a scarab type of thing he holds, and it like injects him or whatever. And anyway, it's a really good movie. But when he was holding that thing in his hand, I was like, oh, it's gonna inject him with vampire virus. No, it just jumped on his face instead.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we'll see. I have good feelings about it. A knock on wood. I've said that before about stuff. I know I'm knocking everything. We'll see.
I'm hoping it does well.
Yeah,
I really am. And Ryan's going to be there as well, you said. So
Yep, I go see it.
there you go. 5 tickets already sold. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're welcome. Mind you, we might be the only 5 who go see it. But
I was going to say that doesn't really, that doesn't mean it's
so.
not going to be dead.
I have a feeling
just
not.
floating, but
I
okay.
think it's gonna be. I think it'll be halfway decent, and which is good given the fact that they can't promo it very much right now. Oh, I sent Paulie from Latino Slant. My daughter's boyfriend, he also works at the movie theater, and they have been handing out Blue Beetle shirts for their staff to wear. Now, they haven't done something like that in forever at Cinemark. They stopped promoting movie shirts a long time ago, and they just had like the Cinemark Movie Club that they were making the people wear, but they've handed out Blue Beetle shirts.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, that's interesting. They haven't done that in a while. I'm going to steal your shirt.
that's cool.
Yeah. So I took a picture and sent it. It's a cool shirt.
And to be honest, like by the time Blue Beetle starts to come out, like Indiana Jones will have left the cinema, possibly Mission Impossible, and a couple of other movies. So you might have like TMNT, Blue Beetle, maybe the Meg 2, possibly still there
going to
playing.
be like huge competition that might steal an audience. I don't know.
August is a pretty dead month.
Yeah,
I was going to say not in August. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not
so I
much
think
coming
it's
out.
going to do well. I think it'll capitalize on that empty market, as you guys were saying.
Yeah, and even the week after, there's not much coming out either, because the week after Blue Beetle, you have a Liam Neeson movie, which is a small audience.
Yeah.
There's like a baseball movie coming out, and then there's what's that movie called? Gran Turismo. But
Gran Turismo, yeah.
But I don't think that's going to be as big of an audience as Blue Beetle, personally. But I mean, I could be wrong.
No.
That came out yesterday for us here. So again, back with the scheduling, like what?
Weird.
They moved it back. It was supposed to come out next week. So they moved it back. So the only movie we get next week in America is Voyage of Demeter, I think is what it's called.
Yes,
That's the only
last
movie we
Voyage
get.
of the. Yes, I'm looking forward to that one.
I am too.
Yeah, Sin was saying earlier she's already got a ticket booked. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Gran Turismo is going to be a weird one to see if that does well, though.
It was decent. I enjoyed it. I was able to see an advanced screener. I was, when they said what it was, I was like, oh darn! I was hoping it was going to be The Last Voyage of the Demeter or something.
Right.
It was Gran Turismo, so I was like, well, okay, whatever. I'm still going to watch it. I thought it was decent. It's not going to be in my top 10, but it was enjoyable, and I thought it was pretty solidly made, and David Harbour was great. And the story, just the true life story in itself, is interesting. Very, very interesting. Just like it's crazy what this kid to go from a gamer to a race car driver.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So.
Well, I will say I'm absolutely excited to hear Sin's thoughts on Strays. I know she's absolutely excited.
I am not.
I am so excited for that, Sin. Come on. Where's your sense of humor?
Oh, no.
I'm not seeing that. You're not seeing that either, Sin?
No, I'm
not seeing that either.
No, I'm not interested.
Pass.
I mean, I thought the trailers looked pretty
Yes,
funny. But it made me just the whole concept makes me a little sad. The guy getting rid of his dog. But then like someone was saying on one of the other live streams I was on, maybe it was yours, Mike. It was like, I decided I wasn't going to see it after it showed the dogs humping the statues in the front yard.
Oh, that was me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. And is this movie or the movie people or the people that made it, is it associated with Sausage Party? In some way, I thought I heard some sort of connection there, so that was an immediate turn off. So I know I'm not interested. I'll just wait to see y'all's reviews if anybody else here watches it.
Yep, I'll wait to wait.
I'll be the guinea pig. I'll be the idiot who goes and watches that dumb shit
and doesn't watch Warrior.
Yeah, who said they wanted me to watch dumb shit? Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I volunteer as tribute. Isn't that how it goes? I'll do the Katniss meme.
I was just about to say, Jamie, I'm right there with you. I'm volunteering as well.
Oh my goodness.
So remember when I said go and watch Twisted Metal? Probably don't go and watch Twisted Metal. Oh gosh. Anyway.
Oh man. Yeah, Strays is an interesting one, but I'm kind of intrigued to check it out at the same time. I probably shouldn't be, but I kind of am.
Fair enough.
Secretly, I'm high-fiving you, Mike. Yeah, brother.
Sin apparently is from the people who also did Cocaine Bear and 21 Jump Street.
Okay,
and I thought both of them were hilarious.
Okay, I liked Cocaine Bear. Yes, that was a guilt. I like that one. I wasn't crazy about 21 Jump Street because to me it was just too comedic and goofy. And that was like, I don't remember the TV show being this ridiculously comedic.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Well,
but,
speaking of
so that was the connection. Maybe it's not Sausage Party at all. Okay.
I was going to say, speaking of comedies, I sent this trailer to Mike today. I don't know if he got a chance to watch it. They're coming out with a musical called like Dick the Musical with Megan Thee Stallion from A24.
What?
I saw that trailer and I was like, this looks so bad. Like, no one could strap me in a chair to watch this. So,
A24. Okay.
Yeah.
Why does this not surprise me?
I was about to say it's called Dick.
Dick's the musical.
Plural.
Oh, multiple dicks. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Sounds like something I'm definitely not interested in.
My goodness. All right. Pass. Hard pass.
Yeah. No thanks. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, new topic. We're digging a grave here, guys. Fuck.
We thought the first half of this show was bad.
Yeah, I'll be skipping out on that one as well. Yeah, I saw the trailer, Ryan. That was enough. Thank you. And everyone's like, A24 is great. Really?
Yeah.
Hey, we'll wait and see. It might blow all of our expectations out the water.
Absolutely.
And by the way, I was about to say, we've just been talking about Strays, and he's saying, being like, oh, you know, it's going to make Cocaine Bear and 21 Jump Street and stuff like that. She'll go in a couple of weeks' time and be like, you know that Channel Z Talks? Yeah, I watched the movie because of that now. We've got Jason saying, I miss being on Z Talks and talking to them. Well, we miss you too, Jason.
Glad you're having
a lot
of
of fun, Jason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves a holiday, my friend. So you'll be back before you know it. Got Del Boy saying, hey, Sin and Jamie, thanks, Mike, for having me on. Had a blast. Yeah, Del Boy. Well, thanks for being on, man. Really appreciate it. We've got a lot of commentary from Simon in the background. So, hey, Simon, hope you're doing well. I know that you're here. Tyler Babb's in the house. So, hey, Tyler. Studios in trouble. Warner Brothers is $50 billion in debt.
I heard about that.
Wow. I thought Warner just put a post out today, like, about their Q2 profits, or not paying staff $100 million or something like that.
Mm.
I don't know. You guys heard about any of this?
I haven't heard about any of that, no.
I've heard the studios are in trouble, but hadn't heard about what you mentioned.
Okay. Dave, have you heard anything about this?
Somewhat, but I'm also not surprised because a lot of them make really dumb decisions, and Warner Brothers especially has gone out of their way to do some really dumb things, especially with like the studio interference and like there's a whole list. So I'm not saying that's the only reason, but it doesn't surprise me. Like when you just kind of make decisions and aren't in tune with your audience and then just throw money or whatever. Yeah. So it really doesn't shock me.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of studios seem to be doing this. I mean, we're just talking about Disney ditching physical media in Australia, so
yeah,
been a bit of this. Yeah, I mean, right? Tyler's also saying all these studios are losing money after all investing in their own services.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, a lot going on with that. Let's have a look. He talks after dark. Was Simon saying about Doug mentioned he's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not a marijuana advocate either. I'm always
too high for that. Exactly.
He was so high on the last stream, he just hardly spoke at all. The last stream we had, he just sat there, just absorbed everything.
Is this the one that you told it? Is this the one that you told us the story about? And he was high and fell asleep or something?
He started laughing during. It was a stream. I think we had the very first part of the year or the very, very last part of last year. He started off by mentioning at some point that he didn't have the tolerance for it that Colin did, one of the other guys that is on our stream. And he was just so quiet. The whole stream, he was just quiet. And then when we get around to asking him, like, well, what's your top 3 for this year or whatever, he just burst out into giggles, at least twice, and he had to mute himself. And my son took that portion and made a short out of it. I was going to do it, but my son beat me to it. And it's hilarious. It's so funny. And this past one, there were no giggles, but he was just really quiet.
Wow.
So this is the Simon, huh? He's got a reputation.
Yes, he does. And if you ever need a laugh, just go watch that short of him bursting out into giggles. He had to mute himself.
Yeah, you can also watch the one where Sin goes on her Halloween Ends rants, because I was also quite entertained by that one as well.
That was Arturo's fault. If you're talking about when Arturo would, so then he made a short of me ranting about Halloween, and so he would randomly interrupt our stream, because he's on the stream with us. He'd randomly interrupt it by throwing the short, that part up there of me saying Corey has the same darkness as he does, and he lets him freaking go.
Yeah.
He kept doing that over and over and over. And then he's compiled a whole short of the just different things I ranted. Oh yeah, you saw it because you were saying you were laughing about me talking about Michael riding. Like, I'm gonna shut up about Halloween because I'll get going again.
Michael Myers riding off into the sunset.
Well, like how in the world could he follow Corey all the way across town? Corey's on his motorbike. How could he? Yeah. Anyway, I could go on and on about everything wrong with that movie. All right, see my blood pressure. I can feel it going up right now.
Yep.
You started it, D. You started
Jamie's
it.
number 1 movie of last year, Halloween Ends, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
Are you
and
serious?
my most anticipated for this year is Dix, apparently. There we go, guys. We're dropping the truth today. Correct me if I'm wrong though, because I actually don't even know who Megan Thee Stallion is. But is that the girl that was twerking on the She-Hulk? That's her. Okay.
Yes.
This is like a rapper or a singer or something.
Yep.
So just right away, I'm not interested because that whole scene was like,
Neither.
are you kidding me?
Yeah, you had me at Dix and you turned me off at Megan Thee Stallion.
And they're really singing songs about dicks too in the trailer, so you know.
Oh wow, right.
What?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what we'll.
Yo, you're good. No, I was gonna say, Mike, we might need to consider investing. I don't know if this needs to be a Patreon only thing, but Z Talks After Dark could actually be a thing.
Oh gosh, do you volunteer as tribute to be a guest, D?
I mean, as long as I can just sit and observe. Yeah.
Just listen and laugh at all of
Just
them,
listen and laugh.
all of the participants.
Yeah.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yep.
I mean, I think that I teased everyone for an hour with the D, apparently. So there we go.
Yeah. We've never experienced that before. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we need to move on. I gotta stop. I need to go to bed or something. Fuck.
Isn't it morning where you are?
Sorry, guys. Yeah, maybe I'm tired or something.
It's going to be really Dick's the Musical episode 52 before long.
Look at D's just like,
oh, God.
D's just like, I should have did overtime at work.
Yeah, I should have just let the traffic keep me away.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Mike.
It's all good. Simon's saying by the time Sid is finished, Cobra Kai, the human race will have transcended their physical.
It's true, I swear. I still haven't started on season 2 yet. He gets on my case all the time. I have to do my. I was doing a reaction to the first season, and it's taken me forever. Just because reaction videos, especially to episodes or movies, they are just tedious, tedious. So. I think, at this point, I'll just watch it and then maybe review it if I feel so inclined. But I haven't gotten on to season 2 yet. But yeah, I know. Poor Simon.
You'll get there eventually.
I will, because I actually do like it. And it's short. You know, the episodes are short. It's not like I have to invest an hour plus of my time to watch one episode. So
there you go.
Eventually.
Ryan, have you ever seen Cobra Kai?
No, I don't have Netflix, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't. Okay. Yeah.
But it's weird because, like, apparently you can't share anymore, but I think, like, the other day, like, I did watch a few things on there still, but...
Yeah, same thing on our account, like my brother. We do that. He's over there in California and I'm here, and I think they popped the message, or maybe he just heard about it, but nothing's happened yet.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know if it's because, like, right now it's attached to his T-Mobile account, and it's some sort of, it's not like your normal tier subscription, so I don't know if, like, there's some sort of exclusion because of that. Honestly, I'm clueless. I have no idea. I'm not going to fight it, though.
No. Don't blame it. Dee, have you seen Cobra Kai?
I have not. But you know this already, because I did that reel a long time ago where I listed like 10 current popular series and how I basically get cussed out whenever I tell people that I haven't watched any of them.
Well, I'm farther along into it than you are. So
exactly.
There. I feel accomplished.
Yeah. Take your wins where you can get them, Sam.
I feel accomplished that I haven't cussed him out for not watching it. So win-win.
There you go.
Girls.
Exactly.
They're just biting their tongue over there.
I
am.
This is like when you were not forcing me, but encouraging me, Sim, to watch Warrior, and I'm sitting here like, you haven't watched Cobra Kai? What?
Yeah, you are not one to talk, I guess.
That's why I'm biting my tongue. I can't say anything. Right, fine. But yeah, Cobra Kai's good. Watch it, definitely. And season 5, I think, is the last season. Well, it's not the last. There's one coming, but
there's going to be 6, right?
Yeah.
Total.
But 5 is really good. 5 was definitely my favorite. So yeah, keep going.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it seems to get better as it kind of goes along. For most part.
And more nostalgic, I think. Like if you watch the Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, you know, I think that you'll appreciate it the more that the series goes on. I think. Well, I did anyway. Yeah.
I agree. We got Simon saying Gran Turismo is like the last Starfighter, but 1,000% more boring.
Did you? Okay, I don't know if he's talking about the game or if he's talking about the movie. Have you seen it yet, Simon?
Yeah, let us know, Simon, if you're still watching, if you've seen the movie. I don't know if it means the game here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could apply to either one now that I think about it, because Gran Turismo is also a game. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, multiple games at this point. I don't even know what.
Right. But I think that's just like the name of the.
I bet you he's just sitting behind the monitor giggling right now. Too high to reply.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm embarrassed about who I was 5 minutes ago.
It's like I was on a live stream. And he tried to answer the question, but I just kept thinking they have no idea how high I am.
Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. Yeah. And he said he was just looking at our faces. We were just waiting expectantly for his answer. And that tickled him to pieces for some reason. And so he just burst into giggles. Wow. It was funny. I thought it was funny. I was so surprised.
I'm gonna have to check out this short. I need to see it.
I'll link you. I'll try to remember to link you to the short that my son did, because you don't want to. Yeah, okay. You don't want to go through like it was like 4 hours worth. And my plan was, I was going to make a short. I was going to go back where he referenced that he didn't have the tolerance, just to give you context. But it's not really needed, you know. It's because we talk about one of the people on the live stream said something like, "Did he just start laughing for no reason just now?" Yeah, he's high.
What a legend.
It was fun. It was so funny. It still is.
He sounds like a lot of fun. I've seen him on your streams as well.
Oh yeah, he's fun. He's always picking with Colin. Poor Colin.
Oh, of course. Continuously.
Even the audience is in on it now. Like Colin is now turned into, he's like the blue toker because he wears that blue shirt, and then he's also a serial killer. Colin's going out to check on his victims in the basement.
Mhm.
I don't think you were on. Were you on the stream, D, when Colin said something like, "No, I don't like happy whatever. I like da da da. I don't like da 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 whatever." And then he's like, "You know what? I think I understand now why people keep saying I'm a serial killer."
Oh no, I think I missed that.
It was funny.
Well, you know what? I was actually going to ask you, and I mean, I was going to send you a message. But since you're here, what are your thoughts? And I guess this can extend to everyone. What are your thoughts on Wonder Woman, the newest update?
So
We talked about that a little bit
someone
earlier, right?
someone I watched was doing a live stream on that last night, so I was commenting with them about. I'm excited now if they just bring back Cavill. That was my initial thought.
Mhm.
But I was also saying to the person on the live stream, you know, because he was like, "Oh, they should just do recasting," and I'm thinking, you know what? I would much rather them just do movies of other characters now instead of continuing to recast the same ones we've always seen. And I've mentioned before, like
Yeah.
I want to see a Vixen movie. I want to see Vixen in her 1980s outfit,
Yeah.
with the Wolverine style hair and the beads, and she was so cool. She was one of my favorites.
Mhm.
And there's so many others to choose from.
So
And
many.
right. We don't need. I personally don't want to see anybody else in the Superman outfit but Henry Cavill at this point. I'm so annoyed. And Gal Gadot was perfect for me. So that's my thoughts on it. What about you, D?
Oh no, I'm like, it's weird. I've just been in this weird middle space with all this DC stuff because I just feel like I don't even have time to really adjust to one change before there's something else. And
Like
then,
there's all this gear shifting.
yeah, so I was like, before I can really like say like, oh, I might be sad or I might be excited or I might, it's just like constant, like I like have whiplash. So
Yeah.
I mean, so I mean, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the third film. Like I said, not sure how that's gonna fit into whatever else they're doing going forward. But yeah, when I thought of you, I was like, okay, at least we have that semblance of of stability from before.
Yeah, and maybe like she can finish out her little trilogy or whatever. I just don't know, because some people said, well, they were never going to let her go, but because James Gunn, the way he worded something, but you know, Gal, she had made an announcement a while back. Like it was done. That's what it sounded like. But then we also had the thing where Henry Cavill made the announcement he was back, and then he wasn't. So, you know, like you said, there's so much changing. Who knows? Maybe in a month or two, we're going to find out, no, she was let go after all.
Right.
I don't know.
Who knows? We're going to get half these movies anyway, because we don't know what's going to happen with the strikes. So,
yeah, true.
I mean, they're moving everything to next year, but that don't mean that stuff, trickles into next year and we're still going. I mean, it seems to me like a lot of, the companies, they're not really giving in or don't want to give in. So, but
they're starting to now. They're negotiating after the Barbenheimer weekend or whatever they called that big fiasco. They're bending a knee. Barbenheimer, that was it. Thanks. They're bending the knee. So I'm pretty sure it was negotiations today, but you guys tomorrow. It'll be your Friday. So yeah, hopefully something will change and things will go ahead, because I don't think people realize the impact that it's going to have next year. Like, as you said, Ryan, everything's getting pushed back, but when there's nothing in cinemas next year, people will be like, well, what's going on? And it stems from like the repercussions of what's happening right now that people don't really care about, to be honest with you, unless they're in that industry. There's a lot of people that, anyway, I'm not going to go into all that, but anyway, Wonder Woman. Sorry. What can I say? What can't I say on this thing? Wow. All right.
Well, Jamie, what's your thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I love Gal Gadot and I love Henry Cavill. I'm in the same boat as Sin, where I really don't want to see people replace them, but I don't think it's very fair that you say you want to do a reboot, you say you want to get a younger generation to come in, and you do. I forget the guy's name that was cast, and he was in Pearl or X, that guy. Corn, whatever. I mean, if you're going to play Superman, he's your guy, right? But so I'm open to that, but you can't sit there and say that you want to recast with a younger audience for the next 10 years, which is fair if that's what you want to do. But you can't sit there and say that and then have Gal Gadot, who's already at 40, playing a character who's going, if Superman's going to be younger, how is Gal older? If Batman's supposed to be an older generation of Batman who has a teenage son, where do you pull these characters from? And how do you separate our minds from going, well, how's that my Superman. That's not the Superman that I know. If you want to completely separate it, in my opinion, you kind of need to do a reboot. Get rid of, and I really don't like saying that, but get rid of Gal, Momoa, and Moa, he was one of the ones that put on TikTok or Instagram or one of them ones celebrating the fact that he was on for another 4 years, and people thought, okay, well, maybe he's Lobo because they're getting rid of the Aquaman as we know and doing this reboot. And then in Flash, as we saw, hopefully that's not spoilers, everyone saw Flash, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so Aquaman is staying on because he's going to be the only person that is every time that Flash returns to all these different what do they call it, like Aquaman is the one that is the same Aquaman in every one, correct?
Right.
So how is he staying on? Gal's staying on, but hold on a minute. We're going to get rid of Cavill because he's too old or he doesn't fit our reboot.
Well,
it's so confusing to me. And as you said, if you want to start fresh, I understand the need to want to start fresh. That's fair enough, but start fresh. Do a reboot where everybody is cast younger or everybody is recast, so that's not confusing for the people that are like, oh well, I loved Gal Gadot with Henry Cavill, or I loved Ben Affleck with Gal, or whoever your pairings are. It's going to be a very confusing time if you don't reboot. And I thought that there was a reboot when Gunn came out and said that Blue Beetle was going to be the first character. It might not be the first movie in their new slate or whatever, but he's going to be the first character that continues on in their universe. But then again, as you said, since that, Dee mentioned, there's so many gear switching. Since that post, we've had stuff from Gal saying that, there's going to be Wonder Woman 3, and we've had the stuff from Jason Momoa saying he's signed on. So there's new news all the time, and it's like very confusing to sort of wrap your head around it. So I don't know, but I didn't really like Wonder Woman 2, but I do like James Gunn, so I would be keen to watch Wonder Woman 3, but I just don't agree with whatever's going on. I really would like to see a reboot. And sorry, I know I keep harping on here, and this links back in with the series. So there's going to be a Wonder Woman series about her home planet, but
Themyscira.
Yes, that's the one. And that's coming out. I think it was the third thing to come out from DC in the series. So it's like, well, how is Wonder Woman 3 going to tie in with that? Is Wonder Woman even going to be in this? Or is it going to be like this? So sorry.
As you were talking, I'm starting to wonder if maybe they're just going to wrap it up with 3 and then be done with her. Maybe I just wonder, is she really going to even be part of this new rebooted thing? Or if it's just going to be, we're going to finish her story. These are her 3 movies. That's it.
Right. But at the same time, if they do that, it's kind of like, what's the point?
I don't get it. I mean, I'd rather watch a Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot than I would like to watch the new Superman casting. I'm very, very annoyed by that whole thing. So, I mean, I'm definitely down for that, but it's weird. It's hard to figure out what's going on in their heads. People say, yeah, James Gunn, he knows what he's doing, but I don't know. Is he maybe sort of like capitulating or backpedaling a little bit because people have been so aggravated at the direction he took? And is he is that what this is about, or was that always his plan? But I don't know, because Gal said she was done. It's confusing to try to figure it out.
Well, for Gal to make like an official Instagram full statement to be like, I had a pleasure doing this, this, and this, and like all the time she's had on Wonder Woman and stuff. Then all of a sudden now she's making a movie. It does seem a bit backpedaling.
I don't understand if
Maybe
she
there
was
a
like.
change in mind.
I don't know if she knew, like, because sometimes they lie to the public for whatever reason. They have to because of whatever. So I don't know if her initial post was that truthful, or was it not? It felt truthful. I mean,
I might be wrong, but it seemed very genuine.
It did.
And she seems like a genuine person. I might be wrong, but
right?
She seems like that.
It just, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I feel like Henry Cavill was completely truthful when he came back, made the announcement he's back. I think he really thought he was. I don't think he just said that just to get everybody excited.
Yeah.
No, but I think that there was a little bit of push behind the studios for him to make that announcement, to get the hype up, to get the money in, and then bam, He was in a
And then
how
they
many
yanked
second clip?
the rug out from under him, and then he's like, I'm done, and also then he's leaving The Witcher. It's like, what the heck is going on?
I feel
Right.
so sad for him, and
I
to have it
know.
all publicly done, like, fuck, it's so cruel, really.
It
Mhm.
He
seems
seems
that
like
way,
such a
doesn't
good
it?
dude. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's aggravating.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think part of the issue is that, and I understand the social media, and that's kind of the name of the game, but I kind of wish, and of course, I am a '90s baby, so maybe it's just because I grew up with that experience. But I kind of miss when we didn't know every single thing that was happening production wise with
Yeah.
studios, with actors. And
Agree.
I just feel like all these
Mhm.
status updates, it's just like, how about you just shut up and just do whatever you need to do,
Yep.
do the work, show your trailer, and then just like move in silence. Basically, that's kind of how I feel.
I
And
feel
I'd
like
rather
that
not
D
see
with
Great.
pictures either. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Jamie.
well, it piggybacks on what you just said, Sin, with the Deadpool that's coming out next, or well, maybe not next year, maybe the year after now, who knows? But
The Wolverine.
there's been
costume.
so many updates on that, and I'm like, I don't even want to see. Like, I can literally see what's happening in that scene. I don't want to. So I agree with you, D. Like, I don't want all of that spoiled. I knew
Yeah.
about something that happened in Barbie before I saw it, so it's like I don't really. Why are people doing that? What do
That's
they get out
it's
of it?
because they want like a lot of these are I don't even know that they're not coming from official sources. I don't think. Like, I feel like these are just people, oh, look, here's this. Click on my picture. Click on my video. Click on this, you know. But it's
yeah,
aggravating because I want to avoid it. And I don't know how much, like, studios or production, they can't really crack down on stuff like that. You know, someone else gets it out there. There's nothing really they can do. But I'd rather not see it. But it's hard to avoid when you're on social media and you're going through your news feed and, oh, crap, I didn't want to see Wolverine in the blue and yellow outfit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Right.
see that. I wanted that to be a surprise.
Right.
But it's there now. So
You would think that staff would have to sign all these like non-disclosure things. So it's really weird how like there's so much content being put out. Like surely there wouldn't be that many fans that are like standing out the side of these production
Well,
sets
yeah.
filming. And even if they were, like, would they be allowed to? Like, couldn't there be some sort of
No
security
cameras
moving them on?
allowed
Or
or
yeah,
well,
something like
I
how are
don't
people
know.
getting access to it all?
I don't
Right.
know.
Anyway.
It could be staff. It could be staff leaking it, but it
Yeah.
also could be people on the fringes with these Zoom cameras and
Right.
It's true.
I don't know.
They never say, do they, really? So, and I
don't
think
think
because
so.
so much stuff came out about Deadpool and Wolverine leaked, Ryan Reynolds put a post up about him and Wolverine anyway, like an actual image as well.
Yep.
So, Simon's just adding to the whole Wonder Woman conversation. He said, Gunn will pull it off. Remember, the choice to do Guardians was confusing once upon a time. So, I mean, it's a fair point to an extent. I can see where you're coming from. I don't know. I think it's an interesting Wonder Woman. I definitely agree with Jamie to an extent, though, about why is it needed if it's going to fit in with the new whole canon with a younger generation. I think it probably would have been better just getting Zack Snyder back and just say, right,
Yes,
do
I
Wonder
want to
Woman
see.
3.
I want to see him complete his Justice League vision. That's what I want to see. I would
Well,
much
that's
rather.
never going to happen, my love.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
it's not, but I would love
Yeah.
it so much.
But
It's like
I
I wish
heard,
they
if I'm
could
not-
just give him that project and then you do your thing over here.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I heard somewhere that James Gunn's not a fan of Zack Snyder, or they don't get on. So I think that's
Oh,
why
I don't know.
you'll
It's
never get that.
maybe.
Oh wow, interesting.
That's a whole big drama that I don't think we want to open. But
No.
anyway.
Yeah.
No. But we are going to end Z Talks episode 52 there. Simon says that he would like to see a Z Talks After Dark. 100% more D. And D's like, sayonara, bye-bye. But no, I want to thank everyone who's watching live or after the fact. Really appreciate it. Appreciate my guests who joined me for the first half, and of course my guests who joined me for this half, Sin, Jamie, Ryan, and D. All links to everyone's guys' channels down below in the description box. Very quickly, just before we go, just take it round to each of my guests one at a time. Sin, what have you got coming up onto your channel?
I was going to try to get a review for Kill Boxoon out and maybe Gran Turismo sometime next week. And maybe also for season 1 of Fargo, a review I did with my son.
Cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Never seen the season. I've seen the movie Fargo, but never seen the season. So that's
It's
interesting.
pretty good, actually. You might want to check it out. Pretty solid.
Heard good things.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, that'd be awesome to see. In Gran Turismo, we don't get till next week in the UK, so
Yeah.
Be intrigued to hear your review. So definitely go check out Sin's channel, Sin's Corner. Jamie, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to do my review for Twisted Metal because I really enjoyed that one and I want to pop that up. And then I've been reviewing a series called The Summer I Turned Pretty. So that's probably not going to interest anybody on this panel or in this stream, but that's okay. I enjoy it. So I'm going to put that up as well. And then I'm going to be watching Strays and Blue Beetle on top of that. So yeah, that's what I've got coming out.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember when you were talking about Summer I Turned Pretty season 1 back when. So
yeah,
I remember that.
It's very girly. And anyway, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm not going to plug it and be like, oh, you should watch it because, well, you probably won't like it. Watch Twisted Metal. There you go. And I'll watch fucking Warrior. There we go.
Don't say it like
Cobra
it's a
Kai.
chore.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
And
check
Ryan,
out
keep on
Jamie.
you.
Well, check out Jamie's channel in the front row down below in the description box. Go subscribe as well. Ryan, what have you got coming up, man?
So nothing at the theater for this week. I'm not really interested in the 2 new releases this week. So I'm watching some older stuff like that I missed earlier in the year. I just watched Jesus Revolution. I'm gonna do a review on that.
Oh yeah.
That's also going to be on Netflix. It's also on Netflix, I think, now too. You Hurt My Feelings. That's a A24 movie I just watched, and probably review Voyage of Demeter next week and Blue Beetle. So those are definitely 4 reviews coming up.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see your comments on those ones as well, especially as the a lot of them I haven't seen, to be honest, what you've just mentioned. So,
awesome.
Be intriguing to hear your thoughts, man. So definitely go check out Ryan's channel, RWR Movie Reviews. And D, what have you got coming up?
Well, not much at the moment because my brain is scrambled and fried from work and being backlogged on stuff. But what I hope to do is finally finish out, because I have the footage, is just trying to edit is the struggle. But finishing Queen Charlotte, finishing my Last Jaws review with the Anthony A. Perez, and finishing Titanic: The Legend Continues. I will leave it at those 3. If I can clear those few things, then hopefully I can move on to other things past that point. But I won't say anymore because I need to, instead of talking about it, I just need to do it, and I'll leave it at those 3. Yeah.
What about They Clone Tyrone? You gonna do like a follow-up review of that?
Oh gosh, yeah. See, there's another one. So yes, I'll also do. Yeah, I also do a full review of They Clone Tyrone because I saw the test screening for that a couple of years ago, and so I did that as my short as a prelude, and now I have to do like the full review. So yes, I have a few things to catch up on, but it'll be up as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to that. These links down below in the description. Also, one quick thing, D, have you got a live stream tomorrow?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. I recently collabed with a few young ladies on YouTube that enjoy reality TV recaps. So there's a reality competition series called Ready to Love on OWN television, and so we've been I think it was just last week we did a panel for it. It comes on every Friday evening. And so once it's over, we get together and we just chat about the show and all the shenanigans and foolery that commences with all the cast members and so on. So yeah, it'll actually be on my channel this time, and it should be, if for Eastern Standard Time, you'll have to calculate if you're not Eastern Standard, but it'll be 9:15 Eastern Standard Time.
So you're actually just going to be a full-on live stream on your channel,
which is weird, but yes. It's there. It kind of coerced me into it, so yes.
Cool. All right. Your first actual solo, I know you live streamed sort of through our thing we did earlier, but so this, you're just going to jump right into it now.
I suppose.
Oh, you sound so resentful.
Well, I'm just nervous and anxious. That's all it is.
You'll do fine. You'll do fine, D.
Oh.
I know you will.
But please definitely go subscribe to D and check out his live stream. Go support his live stream. Link down below in the description box. As for myself, very quickly, tomorrow I'm going to check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll be reviewing that. I'm also going to be checking out Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs for the first time on the big screen and first time ever tomorrow. So I'm going to be watching that. Be a review on the channel. And then Monday, Turbo Movie Collab Series is returning with The Greasy Strangler with Ryan Swales. So expect that.
Okay, that title.
So, you'll hear on Monday.
Tries to strangle someone and his hands are too greasy.
I mean,
I love it.
Oh, Ryan, it's bad.
Not surprised.
But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.
Adios.